Hello and welcome to the Inglorious Bards. I'm your Game Master Tom, and this is Adventure 26. So excited to have you here. Thank you for joining us, and a special shout out to Bat Sammy for 21-month subscription to Twitch. Thank you so much, Bat Sammy. As well as a shout out to Flory, a patron on our Patreon site who's been with us since January 2020. Thank you so much, Flory. If you want to support the show, drop by patreon.com/gloriousbards. We certainly appreciate it. We've been having a blast getting to this point right here where our heroes are in some northern mountains getting into some chaos. And I want to get a little introduction to our heroes in the form of a question. My question will first be asked of Caven, a Goliath in our group. Caven, among your friends, what are you best known for?
Well, it's a little embarrassing. But I'm best known for my identification of different types of scat.
All right.
It's true. It's disgusting.
It's all his, but
That's where I pooped on the rock, and that's where I pooped on a tree.
Corn scat. Milk scat.
Oh, fantastic. Sitting next to you is Val, our human wizard. Val, among your friends, what are you best known for? And don't say scat.
Indeed, no. But I am always known to be ready with a helping mage hand for my love of arches. And, of course, for bringing about the current cataclysm.
which I am banned from all known texts.
Doing my best to avoid the history books.
It's kind of good my name got erased.
All right. We have Vessel. What are you best known for amongst your friends?
The light of Solene shines amongst us all, and it is my job to shepherd those back from the darkness should they wander to it. That said, for those who need it, they need to be reassured that even though their eyes may be closed, the light still surrounds them.
I don't know if you answered the question.
It's
No, these eyes are locked on you.
Scat boy.
What was the question again?
Yeah, like every time I ask Vessel a question, it goes back to religious propaganda.
You didn't like my last one? I loved it.
All right. Next to you is Fiona. Fiona is our gnome artificer. Fiona, what are you best known for?
I'm best known for my sweet, sweet creations, my inventions. They make everybody happy.
All right.
No, yeah. No, totally do.
And we have Cole, brother to Caven. Cole, you are a Goliath fighter.
I am.
What are you best known for among your friends?
Well, it seems obvious to me and to several others that despite the fact that I am an incredible fighter and well known in the pits and in the kind of underground circuit, the things my friends know me best for is my high girly laugh.
Your high girly laugh. All right.
Obviously, yeah.
Let's get a recap from Seth.
Quick.
You're on.
Hello! The five heroes bury Aragus a few times, because that's fun. They rescue the resistance leader, Nollis, along with another old man. They take them to a nearby camp. Before they leave, Nollis tells them of some nearby cultists and mentions some smart Legion soldiers that we should find. Valamir gets frothy over going after the cultists and wants to leave immediately. As they are packing, the nameless old man accosts Vessel and Fiona. He spouts some cryptic messages, says he knows Shermordran, tells the group that he needed us to get that Shermordran needed us to get him here, and that he is planting seeds all over Varen, and that we need to send him back to Oblivion. All while being a confused old man. If this sounds familiar, we feel like we've met him a few more times in the past. It is very frustrating. The heroes leave to go find the cultists. On the way, they get attacked by a Legion airship. It does some devastating attacks, but with teamwork, they do end up destroying it. They get to their destination. It's a camp outside the mouth of a cave. There's only one person in the camp. The heroes bludgeon him to death. The poor soul does not mention the rest of the cultists are in the cave. The poor soul does mention that the rest of the cultists are in the cave searching for the prison of Lord Rykal. Caven gets very excited when this name is dropped. Fiona questions Caven about who this is, and Caven only gives the information that Rykal is Sher Mordrin's enemy, making him the hero's ally. Fiona's bulldog attempts do get thwarted by Vessel, as he says he trusts Caven and that she should listen to him. We shall see. And that, my friends and foes, is where the adventure begins.
Our heroes are next to a cavernous chasm with a huge cliff on one side. There are boulders that have fallen off of this cliff. It is a slightly reddish stained mountainside. The ground is filled with lots of rough, loose stones and signs of battle. Very isolated battle, about maybe a 4-foot area right around a dead, innocent-looking guy in particular. There is a dead campgoer, I think is officially what his title is. It is a wizard who has been killed and slain by Val. In this camp is 4 or 5 large tents with campfires, with wooden setups for horses, and horses are there, and it kind of has this luxurious English traipsing through Africa in the early 1900s type vibe. Expensive tents, quality stuff. Colonial, thank you. Thank you.
Imperialist.
It has that vibe, but he is the only one here was the only one here within this camp. Our heroes questioned him and have beaten him, and he is now slain. There are paths out of here to the rest of the world of Varen at your disposal, and then there is a tall doorway, artificially cut. It is 30 feet wide, 70 feet tall, and arched at the top, and just goes...
what at the top?
There's an arch there, yes. And goes straight into the mountain, and it is just darkness going in.
The door is in fact open.
There is no door.
Oh, there is no door. It's a door. Okay.
Sorry, Fiona, my back was turned. What did you say?
I said your brother is a weirdo.
Oh, before that.
Oh, let's go kill some cultists.
Oh, all right, cool, yeah.
But let's look around first. Maybe we find something to help us. Maybe we'll find you a new weapon.
One more thing to name and throw. That sounds great.
Don't lose it if we find one. What do we find in the tents?
Searching around the tents, you find a smaller tent that is portable and usable by your group if you would like, as a nice tent to set up.
Hell yeah.
Like. You have also found...
We're going to just really nicely deconstruct this tent.
And you have found one singular, extremely exquisite, comfortable bedroll with some fine sable interior. It's really luxurious. You have also found a map. A map that is of northern Calavier with a particular attention towards the storm range of mountains, with a particular arrow leading towards a particular spot with the word Rykal's prison pointing to it.
How many, total cots, I guess, sleeping at,
Were all these tents occupied?
Yeah. And are some for living, some for sleeping, and basically trying to get a count of how many people may be inside?
You would guess 5.
Okay.
Somewhere around 5.
Gotcha.
So 4.
With one no longer an occupant. Is that the issue?
Was it? I said inside, and you said 5. Correct, or
The
5
camp-
total.
The camp seems to be somewhere approximately 5,
Okay, so 6.
plus or
Got it.
minus 20.
Only 2 or 3 queen size cots.
Right.
In case they're doubling up.
Oh, they definitely doubled up.
And one bunk bed cot, of course. But
Yeah.
You have also found, as you rummage through things and tearing apart this beautiful camp, a total of 220 gold pieces in private coinage in small little lock boxes that prove no resistance to Fiona.
It's 44 each.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, damn. I normally... Well, you found 221. There you go.
You're such a
Figure it
jerk.
out now.
Let's fight.
You have also found in there 2 items that are clearly magical in nature. And if you spend an hour, you can attune them and get value out of them.
Detect magic is never mind.
Hold on a second.
What are the magic items? Or what are the items themselves?
They are boots and a globe.
Boots and a globe.
You heard me.
Okay. I can cast Identify, and it takes it down to a minute.
All right. We haven't used this too much. I'm used to the Identify from Pathfinder.
Bling bling. Yeah.
Identify. You choose an object you must touch throughout the casting. It takes a minute to cast. If it is a magic item, you learn its properties, how to use it, whether it requires attunement, and how many charges it has. So you will not be able to attune to it, but you can know all about it. One item. Which item?
Globe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking of boots.
Boots are boots. We'll figure it out.
You want globe? All
Yeah.
right. This is a drift globe. It is a sphere of thick glass that weighs a pound. While you are within 60 feet, 60 feet, you can speak its command word. Christopher, what's the command word? So memorize that. And cause it to emanate the light or daylight spells. Light can be cast over and over and over again as long as you want. Daylight can only be used once per day. You can also speak another command word.
Frothy.
And
So it's baga, and you get light. Frothy, you get.
And then
whatever's
as an
next.
action, speaking frothy, the illuminated globe can rise into the air and float no more than 5 feet off the ground. And it will continue to hover there forever until you or another creature grasp it. If you move more than 60 feet from it, however, it follows you and stays within 60 feet at all times.
Dope.
And that is a drift globe.
Gonna erase where I wrote down glyph globe, put drift globe,
Okay.
and no longer have any questions about it.
Who's I would assume Valamir, but who took the exquisite bedroll?
Yeah.
Like I wrote down Valamir's bedroll. That's
I
what
love
it says in my
that.
notes.
I was like, I didn't want to seem too greedy, but Valamir should really have that.
I don't seem too greedy either. Can I have a pencil?
Of course.
Please do not sling it at me.
Hit tip first.
What happens?
There you go.
They have a sharpener.
I wasn't even looking and you threw it my way?
And the boots
That's
are
rude.
Gonna hit
Does it take a minute per item, or do you only get that spell once a day?
No, I couldn't. I'm gonna be conservative with my spell since we're not gonna
Sure.
be able to attune to them anyway.
Yeah.
No, I
It
got
does
you.
take a spell slot.
Got it.
And do you have to attune to the globe?
Double checking. Good question.
That'd be weird if you did.
Double checking.
Well, with the daylight spell, it might be.
Double
My
checking.
light ball isn't lighting. It's my light ball, and you know that.
What's daylight do?
No, you can use that right away.
All
right.
What is,
Baga!
I'm not familiar with the daylight spell.
Yep, I'll find out.
Daylight spell, I can tell you briefly. A 60-foot radius of light spreads out from it, and the spear is bright and sheds dim light of an additional 60 feet. If you choose a point or no, your holy doesn't mean where the no. It's from this sphere is where I'm going to have it emanate.
Correct.
It also eliminates low-level darkness spells, and then, if I'm correct, of which I always am.
Uh-huh.
You choose this. No, that's all. That's it. That's it.
I'm gonna give that drift globe to Vessel. Because I have dark vision.
Oh.
Not that it wouldn't be helpful.
I think you're the only one with dark vision.
I know.
There was a time that like we all had it and it wasn't even an issue. Back in the day.
In addition, you find, as you wrap up the last bits, you find a chest with some bits and bridle stuff for the horses that they brought, some poles for setting up tents, and amongst there you find some additional machinery and bits that account to 4 tinkerer parts
Ooh, nice.
that Fiona can use.
How long does that take? How long would it take to make the? I mean, it would take a long rest.
Several hours, yeah.
Okay. Four tinkering parts.
Four. Yep.
404.
I was about to say that. I literally have in my notes for it, parenthesis, couple of hours, parenthesis.
Yeah. It just doesn't say on the thing.
Yeah.
I figured that was going to be the case, but if I caught you unaware and you said immediately, you certainly take advantage.
Too late.
Yeah. Well, doesn't hurt to ask. So we doing this?
Whoa! Yes!
I know. It's just a way to get us moving.
It was your call. I've just been hiding out, holding
Not my
on
call.
to Valamir's bedroll.
Valamir. He's the one that got us here.
Are we trying to be sneaky about this?
And we can't be sneaky. Look
Not
at
with
us.
those voices.
Oh, Jesus.
There are 5 cultists,
4?
5 of us.
and there are
We each take one.
Yeah.
they are very powerful, and we must be very cautious in our approach if we are to be successful.
What changed? You were like ready to leave the group and tackle these guys yourself yesterday.
You absorbed his magic.
Earlier today.
With
Even.
I mean- I just ate a fireball. That happened.
and seeing him cast what spell he cast at me, and then promptly smashing his brains out of his body, I have
You chicken?
not chicken, my
I
friend,
think he's
but
feeling something new.
Oh.
Remorse? Guilt?
I feel no guilt or remorse for killing that man, but I am feeling cautious. I am concerned that my hubris and my single-minded determination has brought us here, as it did before.
We need only to release Rykal from his prison.
Well.
Let's take a vote.
I'll go down that path when we get.
But I am afraid that I will bring us to ruin again. You are again here because of me, because of my determination, because of what I have been seeking.
Calivier will be a better place without cultists, without these cultists.
That cannot be debated, but
So what
I-
else are we going to do? We're here.
We are here, but we could leave a message for them. We could take their friend and leave with them.
So
Leave no trace.
previously, when I was talking to Nalus, I mentioned to him of all the different quests and ideas and recruiting enchantments that he had, that we had to follow you up here towards the cultists. And now we know why the cultists are here. If we try to walk away, we're going to leave Caven behind. Because you are clearly determined to free Rykal just like the cultists are.
The cultists are trying to keep him captive. We need to release him.
How do we know that?
What are the point? How do you,
How do you know that? Yeah.
Knowledge has been shared with me from the divine plane.
Remember how I said I trusted him before?
Yeah. Like
Strike that from the
5
record.
minutes ago.
See, Valimir? It's not really your call any longer. You got us here. Looks like Caven's taking us in.
Indeed, we must approach this with caution, though. These are
Let's go!
I will kill you myself.
Outside of the game, we had to move around some tables here in the studio. Who moved that table right there that Tim and Chris are sitting at?
Tim and Chris.
Tim and Chris? Because I've noticed that Tim, who moved that table, his side is cheated in quite a bit, which is going to make him look a lot bigger on camera by a couple inches, I'm thinking. And I don't think that's by
It's always good to
accident.
look a couple inches bigger on camera. I don't blame him. No shade here.
All right. See how it is. I'm on to you, Tim.
It's from the chest
Oh,
up.
sure. The table's going to get skewed week by week, closer and closer.
Tim got so tall.
He's enormous.
All right. What are you folks doing?
I think we said it. We're going in, but I don't disagree with you, Valimir. I think having a plan is a lot better than walking into a door and getting blasted by fireballs all at the same time. We have a map. It looks like, at least the map that they had to get in here.
I think, if I'm not mistaken, the map just shows this location.
Yeah.
It's not.
Doesn't give us any further information.
Cole turns it over.
No more
But
resolution.
it's enhance.
Yeah.
Enhance.
Pinching out.
Yeah. So Vessel's not wrong. We're not super stealthy, but it's still a good idea to
Yeah.
do what we can to scout forward.
Let me send my little friend forward, and he manifests his awakened spell book.
I picture that every time you summon the spell book, like there's a sound with it. Is there? Is it just kind of a
When he summons it?
yeah?
Hey, I'm Mr. B6!
No, I mean it's ethereal. It's like barely even present. It just sort of it's almost like it's always already been there, and it just sort of kind of goes from a central point and creates itself.
I picture Clippy. Looks like you're trying to create a spell.
It looks like you need me to scout 300 feet ahead. I can help.
For those of you born in the last 30 years, Clippy is actually a footnote we need to add.
Along with dial tone.
Yeah. And Valimir will send his awakened spell book forward. I think I don't know how high in the air it can go.
300 feet.
Not in the air.
Don't.
Well, he's doing that.
60 feet.
Yeah.
Fiona gives over the party 4 temporary hit points.
For replacing the 7, there hasn't been a day that's transpired.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, those have
Let's
already
do
been
it, so-
accounted
Say the
for.
same thing. 'Cause
This
mine
was
are
Order
gone.
of Scribes.
However,
Yeah,
Cole
the
wrecked
awakened
his-
spell book.
Awakened Spell Book.
By
No,
getting
it's the
popped with a
Manifest Mind.
Oh, yes.
Range. It has dark vision with a range 60 feet. As a bonus action, you can cause it to hover up to 30 feet. It can pass through creatures but not objects. It stops manifesting if it's ever more than 300 feet away from you. Just flat out.
Yeah.
So you can go anywhere you want, 300 feet.
Yeah, so it is going to, as stealthily as it can, scout ahead.
Okay, not very stealthy, but you're sending it ahead.
Yes.
Your ROV into the
Yes.
darkness.
It squeaks. Squeak, squeak, squeak.
Unless one of us wishes to sneak ahead ourselves. This is our best option.
I will distract you.
Okay, you head into the dark recess of the cliffside into this giant doorway opening with no door, with this ghostly figure. I know I ask you all the time, it's a book
It's a
or it's a
tome.
okay? I thought you said it was a dude before.
Necronomicon.
All right, a book. Spectral book floats out over there. You see Val touch his head, Professor Xavier style, and he can see through that. And into the darkness it goes. The rest of you watching Val, because I don't believe you are able to sense your space around you.
What?
Instead of your own, using its senses, so you don't sense your world around you.
Fair enough.
That's all. Into the darkness it goes, and the dark vision you immediately need to use. It is a hall that is wide, probably 50, 60 feet wide, and it is perfectly smooth, made of material you can't easily discern. And you go a little bit deeper into 150 into 200 feet, and you see strange heraldry you haven't seen before carved into the wall, and then you may make a perception roll.
It's almost a fucking 20. I'm going to. I can't use a hero point.
Oh, yes, you can.
I could, but I'm not going to. That would have been a 6.
A six. And you see nothing else other than this hall, and it just keeps going and keeps going and keeps going.
Awesome.
Actually, there is another thing. Make another perception roll.
10.
Nope, never mind.
Okay.
Actually, no.
Thank you for giving me a second shot at that.
No, it
and-
was two different things. You have failed both.
You don't see the trap.
Clearly. Yeah, has it reached its full 300 feet yet?
Yes.
Okay.
You can have it continue to go
But it'll dissipate.
as you start to
Yes.
step forward
Yes.
into the
Yeah.
doorway.
Fiona, can I have your shoulder to put my hand on to guide me while I scout ahead?
Yeah.
I will follow in your steps and keep me safe, please.
Okay.
So,
You reach down really far to get to her
Yeah.
shoulder.
put it on top of her head then, I guess.
You reach down really low to get to the top of her head.
And,
Let's proceed.
yeah.
All right.
Cole will take points. Nothing for 300 feet. We should be fine, but just in case, I'm going to be out in front.
Allegedly.
He falls into a pit.
No! You don't have dark vision!
The orb only looked forward, not
It
down.
said hover.
yeah.
Hover. You march in. I have Cole in front, followed by Fiona and a blind wizard, and we have two more left.
Vessel will be next in line.
Caven will be up with Cole.
All right. So Vessel's in the rear.
elbow-
Healer in the
I'm in
rear.
front.
Nothing
rear
but
with
the rear.
gear.
All right.
Nothing can go wrong.
You step in. As you guys go in, you can. You need some sort of light. The group has a light source somewhere normally, right?
We also have this weird
freaking
globe
ball.
that we just got.
Oh, that's true.
We have what?
This
Or
globe.
was it Aragus that had the light source this entire time?
No, we have the globe.
We're going to use that?
I mean, why not?
All right.
Ah! Don't look at it when you say it! It stings!
No, it's.
Who is controlling the drift globe?
Vessel's got it.
Vessel. All
In
right.
the back.
And
These
the-
shadows are really long. Look at these long shadows they make.
making puppets and all
Could
that
be
stuff
within
behind you.
60. I mean, you could put it up next to you.
Yeah.
The dim light's still pretty, shows pretty good light, doesn't it?
Yeah, I don't think we want daylight.
Oh yeah.
It's not like they'll notice us coming with a giant
Yeah,
daylight.
yeah. It'll be like the scene when the Balrog is coming and just all the lights coming down the hall.
Light or daylight? Daylight just lasts 1 hour and is good for, or you can cast light on it, which is a 20-foot radius.
Is that enough for us?
Keep in
Doesn't
mind,
seem like it.
you don't control it like he does. It follows.
Yes.
So,
But you can also just carry it too.
Oh yeah, you can also just hold it. So that's another option. But then you're looking at 20 feet decently, and then 20 more feet not so decently.
Or do we want really strong light?
Nah, I'll just hold it. I'd be carrying a torch anyway, so I'll carry the globe.
Okay.
Globe will follow him then.
Or he's just going to carry
He's
it.
just going
Oh, he's going to carry it.
Yeah. Because otherwise the globe's 60 feet behind, which
So
is
then, if
very
he drops
helpful.
it, does it know to float back to me? Since
Nope.
no, it would,
Whoever did the command word.
which would be me. I just turned it on. He
Yeah,
yelled
that's
it.
interesting. Speaking of
Constantly fights to get away from him.
hovers in this way until you or another creature grasp it. That's all it reads.
Or more than 60 feet away, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you ever get more than 60 feet away, yeah, the light will go out.
No, it'll just come back and start following.
We'll see.
I'll just-
Because I can
We'll
already
see
see
what
Christopher
happens.
trying to milk this thing. You can't, okay, and then I'll say it and it'll come back over and then back and forth. That's not how. Also, the daylight spell does not create actual sunlight. It's just a brighter light spell. FYI.
So you're saying it would not kill vampires?
It will not kill vampires.
Okay.
All right, so you enter into this doorway with Cole and Caven side by side with this ball underneath you, this rugby ball underneath your arm, Cole. As you go in, you find yourself in a tall, wide hallway that is dominated by a series of glyphs that are on just the sides of the wall, and then you see two metal poles that stick out about a foot from each side that look quite ornate. They are thick, maybe I don't know, maybe a foot in diameter, and they're a foot long, so they're kind of stubby, and they have some rings kind of cut into them, and they're on the sides as you approach. Further on is the vision of Val. Val, you have another opportunity to see the second thing.
That would be, so it would be a 17.
17. You see a similar thing that they are approaching of glyphs, but no metal bars, and the glyphs go all the way around the ceiling and floor that your book is heading towards.
We are approaching some glyphs.
Do we recognize the language of these glyphs?
Yeah, what can I discern? Can I make an arcana roll for the glyphs of some nature to try to discern what they might be all about?
You can't quite grasp what language. Caven, you are able to discern that they are magical glyphs, olden style, that are next to you, Caven.
Okay.
And you may make an arcane roll as well.
Me?
Yeah. Arcana.
That's 13.
13, nothing.
I know these are old magic glyphs. That's all I know.
Can I, while keeping the tome manifested, am I able to switch my vision? I should be able to, I would imagine. That I can either choose to see through it or not.
No, you may, whenever you cast a, no, yes, if you were in the mindset of using its senses, you do so a number of times. Well, it doesn't say that. As a bonus action,
The mind can telepathically share with you what it sees and hears. No
Yeah.
action required. So it sounds like it's actually sharing with me what it's seeing rather than,
taking over.
yeah.
I am agreeing.
Cool.
Yeah.
Hearing about the glyphs, I'll disengage my vision from it and investigate the glyphs here.
Okay, you may also make an arcana roll.
Oh, indeed, these are some old glyphs, and it's 17.
17. These are old glyphs from a bygone era that are dealing with protection, and they are completely inert.
There are protection glyphs that seem to have already been either faded with age or defeated by the cultists. They appear to be inert.
They didn't reset them or charge them up again behind them?
They are currently inert.
Strange,
Okay.
considering this is a prison.
Unless they're trying to-
Indeed, but this is probably not to keep him out or keep him in, but to keep us out.
But also likely the mages?
Yes, which they have already, in all likelihood, dispelled these, or they were already faded by the time they got here. But I would guess they have dispelled them themselves, or otherwise neutralized them in this way.
Let's keep going.
Gavin, you first.
Valimir lingers for a moment, and is it something he feels he could reactivate?
No.
Okay.
If
Move
they've
on.
used their magic to dispel these glyphs, then they're that much more weak.
It could have been done over a period of days. I would not necessarily presume that they will be weakened.
We could make better haste. Instead of dealing with each glyph, if we make the assumption that they were dealing with these and deactivating them, there'd be nothing left for us to worry about. Potentially.
Indeed. Indeed. Let us hope that there is nothing for us to worry about on our path to them.
Let's go.
And we'll switch back to the manifested mind and continue to scout ahead.
All right. You continue ahead, and your Manifested Mind book is dispelled as it crossed the second line of glyphs 300 feet ahead.
It appears those. And the next set of glyphs apparently dispelled my book.
What does that mean?
It means they are not inert.
I'm no longer a wizard.
I'm leaving.
F you all, I'm going home.
Yep. Okay.
Haven and Cole, as you lead the way with the light under your arm, you can see carved into the wall are a heraldry of a mountain and axe from some bygone era that's just really dug in there, symbolizing something. You're not sure what. Vessel, as you approach, you cross this heraldry as well, and you get a sense of unease. You may make an insight roll.
I will make an insight roll. Boom, boom, boom. Insight. 22.
With a 22, you get a sense of darkness, foreboding, and evil below.
From where I'm standing or passing by these glyphs or close to these glyphs?
Ahead and below.
Ahead and below.
When looking at the heraldry of the mountains and the cross axes, you said?
When he passes that.
Got it.
And with the glyphs ahead being active, they might not have passed beyond them. So look for a passage or something else along the way before these glyphs, as they might not have gone beyond them.
I feel a darkness within just past them, but it does not cross. Take of that what you will. These glyphs, they are old,
You
but they are
sensing
keeping
Caven?
something else. No, his is more of a slight froth.
Ah,
The
Not evil.
malaise, really.
Ha, ha, ha. One warlock and all the evil jokes now.
The darkness you feel is beyond the glyphs?
And there it stays. It does not cross.
Let us look about before we head to the glyphs. And Valimir will kind of look for any passages, anything that, between the two glyph areas, anything that might had be an offshoot or some other way to go around.
Make an investigation roll, Val.
22.
Another 22. You start looking around, checking walls, checking around rubble, and you find a strange, odd little part of a wall. It is kind of at Fiona's eye level, and it is a little hole that has a glyph around it, very small one, that looks to have. Make an Arcana roll. There's a lot of investigation going on here. You just need a 12 on this one.
That's what I got.
Oh, it's a small warding glyph that has been triggered and failed at the same time. And there is some sort of catch on the inside of this small hole.
Convey that through. Fiona, would
Let me
you?
take a look.
Yeah, you seem like the right person for that.
Fiona,
And
make
Valamir steps back.
an investigation roll.
21.
With a 21,
nice.
you see that this is some sort of catch for a simple door opening and can make out a very fine seam of an unusually tall door, not just for you, but for anyone. It's about a 20-foot tall door, and it is slightly wide and very hard to see on the right side of this hallway.
Can I open it?
Yeah. You reach in, you pull, there's a click, and then it squeaks open, and then is forced open by a golem of stone on the other side. It strides in and strikes at Fiona before she can react.
Oh my god.
Here comes
Well, that escalated quickly.
here comes some fun here. Ba, 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 ba.
That is not good.
Guessing some wizards did not go this way.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's taking so long. Here it comes.
Which might give us an advantage.
There we go. All right. He strikes twice at Fiona with a 19 to hit
Yeesh.
That hits.
and a 10 to hit.
That does not.
Smash! The first one catches you. The second one you jump back. You are wounded, though, for 13 points of bludgeoning damage. Crunch. And out steps a golem, a stone golem, not in the best of shape.
Oh!
What would anyone like to do?
Valamir would probably like to go ahead and cast a spell.
Cole's gonna run right up to it.
Okay. Whoever.
Oh,
Can you stone meld with a golem? Would that be weird?
I think that'd be weird.
you know what? I think was Fiona within 5 feet of Cole.
Sure.
I'm gonna jump in and take that brunt of the hits, and I'm gonna take 9 points of that damage that you just took.
How are you doing this?
Using my interception ability. So the creature that I can see hits a target other than me within 5 feet, I jump in the way, and I can intercept that.
With a battle die?
Correct.
And what is
well,
the battle?
Not a battle die. It's sorry. I actually rolled a d12. It's a d10 plus 3, which was 5.
What does that number mean?
I take 5 points of the damage away from
From her. Gotcha. All right.
So she still takes the damage, but you take 5.
I literally reduce the damage taken.
Okay.
So I don't even take the damage on. I just block it.
Block some of it.
Block it.
He blocks
Okay.
it with his weapon. What is your weapon of choice these days?
It's the only weapon I got, which is the what is it? It's the sword of the gods.
All right. Sword blocks a little bit of that damage. Whoever wants to go first can go. Take too long.
ahead, Cole.
It's going to go again.
Cole's gonna
Line
jump
it
in
up.
then react and hit back. Don't hit my friends. 23 to hits.
23 is a hit.
That is 13 points of damage with the sword.
13 is a big chunk of stone comes flying off.
2 attacks.
Do it again. That's 20 to hit.
Is also a
Is
hit.
that right? It is. It is right. And 13 points of damage again.
There we go.
Kevin will go with this Warhammer.
Go for it. It was 13 was the first one?
And the second. 2 hits for 13.
Oh, I'm sorry. I had a wrong stats up. What were your 2 hits? Do you remember?
First one was 21 to hit. Second one was 20 to hit.
Okay, both hit, and I got the damages. Continue on.
22 to hit.
Is good.
And 6 damage for the first attack.
Okay.
Natural 20.
Woo!
Yeah!
So,
That's damage plus a die.
right. So 14. So 19 points of damage on
What'd
that
you get
hit.
You do your max damage, and then you roll one more die, whatever it is.
Well, I rolled it.
Oh, you already did. Gotcha.
Yeah.
That was 19,
Uh-huh.
and this was with your what weapon?
Warhammer.
Warhammer. Crashing away. Chunks go flying.
Valamir was going to be a little more dramatic, but seeing the two Goliaths step in and just start, chipping away at this guy, he's just going to cast a fire bolt, just a simple old fire bolt. It's going to be a 26 to hit with 8 points of fire damage.
All right.
Nothing real fancy going on there. Did it seem to take damage?
It's taking damage, yes.
I like how I picture you're like,
Fiona will
oh,
also
Yeah.
throw a firebolt.
Yeah. There might have been a little wiggle waggle going on that switched to a.
Bullshit.
that is bullshit. That
10
wasn't
to hit.
19.
10 is a miss
And then a cannon shot.
from Vessel.
Mm-hmm. With a 25.
Oh, big. Huge difference.
10 points.
Okay. More chunks.
And
This
it'll knock him back 5 feet.
gets knocked back into its closet that it had come from.
Can I close the door?
Slams in. You can try.
Close the door, close the door.
Yeah, well, so in the so inside of it, does it seem like that's the only thing
That's
that's
the
in there?
only
All
thing
right.
there.
Valamir
Enchant.
will attempt to close the door then.
All right, you can roll acrobatics or sleight of hand. Your target number is a 14. If you fail, it gets a free attack on you.
All right, let's do it. 21 total.
Oh, it swings back to punch. You hit the button, and the door closes, and dust falls from it. You hear a big thud as it hits the door, and the seams disappear, and it's almost like it was never there.
Oh,
I'm still casting, and he presses the button.
that was the wrong door. Let's carry on.
Yeah.
How are you, Fiona?
Oh, great.
Yeah, good. Good. Let us move forward.
Hey, is that door supposed to be manually opened each time, or does it supposed to happen magically?
There was a catch that I had to, click, so...
Can you make a magic reason to lift that catch in case someone tries to cross over?
That would be more Fiona's
So
department.
you did it manually.
Booby trapping.
Is there a booby trap that we can do that in case someone passes by, it would activate
But what
the
if we come
catch
back
accidentally?
through?
Well, we will know
That won't
about
be
it and avoid it.
Let's take a look. Probably gonna open again, and I'm gonna get smashed, but I'll try.
All right, you can make a intelligence tools related roll, which you're very good at, but don't make it yet though. If you make a roll of 20 or higher, you're able to get some line or small cable that's pretty concealed. If you get a 14 or higher, you also get that, but you have to have opened the door to make that happen.
How about a 28?
Okay,
Wow.
you have made
19
a
on that roll.
fantastic trap that is going to be near undetectable.
Okay.
Excellent.
Don't want to, you dummies.
Awesome. Let's keep going.
Good idea.
The group carries on. You see nothing out of the ordinary as you continue except for a strange golem of stone ahead up on the left-hand side waiting, but no closet that it's in until you realize it is a statue that looks exactly like the stone golem. Some chunks are missing off from it. There's some extra golded paint inlay that the other one didn't have. And it is this just mannish figure, looking strong, almost Vikingish figure, but most of the face is eroded away and not in great shape.
Not quite the Dorian Gray that I was expecting, that this takes the damage
No.
and the other one just stays alive.
No.
Okay.
And then you come across a series of symbols on the floor, on both walls and the ceilings, where your friend Val's vision had seen earlier before.
And these are the symbols that are active.
They don't appear to be active.
What are the symbols?
Oh, they don't.
Magical symbols.
Valimir will spend a little bit of time to investigate these symbols
Okay.
and their potency and their activeness.
Right. 2 Arcana rolls.
All right. Black and pink.
And I need to know
is
which
the
one's
first
first and which one's
Yep,
second.
okay. Black and pink is number 1, which is a 10 total, but the other one is a natural 20.
Then throw that first one away. We'll take it for both.
Okay.
All right. There's no actually.
Well, actually, let me explain this to you.
You detect 3 concepts going on here with these glyphs. One is a dispelling magical ward that has expired and will re-trigger in an hour and was quite minor and was set up very recently within the last few days.
Those bastards.
The next layer underneath that you sense is a layer of warding preventing any travel across this barrier, this line of glyphs all the way around this hallway. And it has been disabled, you believe, permanently or for several years, so for a very long time.
Okay.
Would you get a natural 20? And that was done recently within the last few days.
Okay.
And finally, there's another layer of wards underneath that are still active, and they are containing an essence of protection, not physical protection, but some sort of light protection of a form you cannot quite identify. Not protection, but blockage.
Got it. The one that dispelled the book, with Valimir's knowledge, would it have alerted the caster of that dispellation?
You got to make another roll. 14 is your target.
Another
Oh my
natural
gosh.
20.
What? Yo!
My wheelhouse, baby.
You may story-wise take total control over the magic dispelling glyph and however it works in any way that you would like. He sits back and enjoys the moment.
The glyph is tied to.
I am
So
proud
it
of this
actually
glyph.
kills the maker.
Bob!
It seems fortunate that it did not alert anyone. It's just almost trivial that they cast it here. Indeed,
So the maker suffers
They
shame
wasted
to some
all
degree.
their energy making this glyph.
Poured nearly all of their life into this one thing.
Oh, they're level 3 spells.
use that total control. No, essentially the glyph was there to if a wizard had gone through first, it would have been bad, as it were, which they were expecting perhaps. But since my spell book, my manifested mind took that and just dissipated because it's not only an ethereal object. We are fortunate.
So we can go through?
At this time, we may. At least to that regard, but there is still some protection magic present. Something holding
The
something-
darkness.
Yes. So we must be cautious, but it seems to be safe to pass at this time.
Go ahead.
Valimir licks his lips
Not
20 is not
complete
so shiny.
control. He didn't want to relinquish his.
and steps forward.
All right. Val the wizard slowly puts
Towards
one
the
foot
Goliath
over.
at point.
He steps over and crosses the glyphs and tries to surreptitiously wipe the bead of sweat off of his head without showing, and nothing happens.
Cole tosses you the drift globe.
All right, I catch it.
He catches it. Everything is fine.
Okay.
As you do so, Val, you feel a cold wind blowing down the hall from where you're headed towards you, and it passes over. It's a little chilly, but you never felt it until you crossed.
Okay. There's a cold wind blowing.
From where?
Valimir just points the way we've been heading.
Then that's the direction we must go.
Why?
I mean, it just kind of makes
You
sense,
are
right?
not telling us everything you know.
Does the cold wind mean something to you?
No, I just kind of, I thought it'd be dramatic to say.
Backfiring drama. Something
Well,
like
I need to
everyone's
make
like,
presence
"No
in the
trust."
scene.
All right. We'll continue to head forward.
Vessel, something unusual happens when you cross the warding glyphs. You feel even more ill at ease. Then you hear a woman's reassuring voice call out as though from afar, "My child." Then a ghostly sound cuts through the air. That sound is pushed back and the voice is heard again. "My child, my beauty that was stone and faith in the great city is corrupted. You are what is left of Solene in this land, and you have reached a fated crossroads." And your vision of what you see around you and your friends in this dark hall goes away, and you are seeing a vision of your goddess, the beautiful Solene herself, strong, defiant in gold armor. She is gloriously fighting against an army of undead, but cannot seem to hold them back. Her great hammer swings and destroys ghouls and walking corpses by the dozen, but there are just too many, and you immediately recognize this as a fabled story of your goddess. Knowing that she cannot hold them back, she extends her hand and calls out, "By the blade of Solene!" And a golden dagger materializes in her hand. As the dead swarm over her, hands clawing and tearing, she closes her eyes, smiles softly, clutches the blade, and plunges it into her own heart. Boom! Glorious yellow light blasts out, dropping and slaying all the dead for miles. The corpses drop all around her. Solene's corpse is left on the ground, untouched by the defeated dead, laying by the hundreds around her. She lies serene in her death, but victorious. As your vision fades from that old imagery and you start to sense the hallway around you, the voice passes through you one last time and says, "There are paths ahead. I know you will choose the right path, no matter how painful the cost. Be brave." And Vessel gains 1 hero point.
Wow.
Whoa.
All right.
I don't know.
Safe to assume Caven doesn't feel anything.
There is an ominous moan and a distant sound of faraway cracking stone, like that glacier cracking sound.
Whoa.
Up ahead, Caven gains a hero point.
Ooh.
Whoa.
Wow. Okay.
And you all see something that Vessel was clearly not cognizant for several moments there and stopped still.
The rigid body, the eyes forward, something flickering across his eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How's that different?
Are you all right?
I'm okay. Let's keep moving forward.
Caven wants to ask Vessel what he just experienced.
Go ahead.
I saw you. I saw you still. I saw you somewhere else. What was that?
A vision of the goddess.
Of Solene.
She looks after us still.
Did she mention me?
Does she miss me? I am thankful for her continued watch over us, and I know that she is still with us. But I know her battle is one that is difficult for her.
Her battle is like ours, ongoing. And we need to press on.
So we shall. And we keep going.
Group continues.
Valamir will take a moment and using one of his spell slots, he will reawaken and manifest his mind again
Okay.
and send the book ahead.
All right. Valamir sends the book ahead. Your book goes out, and your group continues to trail it 300 feet. At some point, several hundred feet down this straight corridor, it descends on stairs. So these are 40-foot wide stairs or so, and it drops and drops, goes down.
And it'll wait until we
You get close?
to the stairs and then descend.
Okay.
You know, just basically, I want to move it to where it's just a little bit ahead of us, so it's not giving it, as much.
So how far?
Just say 30 feet ahead
Oh, okay.
of where we can see from. So, as we're going down the stairs, I'm sure we don't have a good line of sight, so it's probably, I would imagine, 50, 60 feet
And
ahead.
it's straight on stairs, by the way.
Okay.
All right, you wait to catch up to the spectral book. As you do so, you can all hear, as well as Val through the book, you can hear the words that are echoing down from up the stairs. And the words sound like this. I will be free when I take a pee, for I have ants in my pants. That is what
That
you
is
hear.
not what I was expecting.
That is what you hear.
I'm writing this down. It's quicker.
Tim dives into very accurate. Okay, I
No, I have
will be.
Yeah, I've got it memorized already.
I have never heard anything more clearly
Singing it on
in
the
my
way home.
entire life.
I will be free when I take a pee, for I have ants in my pants.
You had the exact musical note of that as well.
That's pretty good.
The weird things that you memorized.
I know, huh?
Yes. Are you still on your first page of notes for this season?
That's the first note he's written. He only does the critical stuff. You guys are at the top of these stairs and sending the globe down just a little bit ahead of you as you descend. And you hear the same song repeated again. I will be. And you descend down these stairs. They go down about maybe another 80 feet forward. So whatever that is, 40 feet downish. They're not particularly steep. And you are heading into the corridor that starts to open up to a big, dull, soft blue light, but it's huge, and I always get this word wrong. Voluminous.
Voluminous.
Damn it, every time. Voluminous. And you see there is a huge chamber up ahead. It is a couple 100 feet tall. It is carved out of the same obsidian stone, but it's 300-400 feet in diameter, except it's more segmented in lines, so it's not a perfect circle. There is a huge dome-like shape at the top of this chamber, and it is filled with this blue light that is, again, voluminous but not intense and bright at all. It's like a dull, darkish blue that casts almost like an early morning light over this chamber. And in particular, the feature that really dominates this is that the entire chamber, once your hallway gets to that point, is a huge pit that has been carved. So it essentially just goes down. It's like a giant cylinder, if you will, that is cut in, and
It's
at
like
the
a
top,
borehole.
it ends in a dome, and then you guys are kind of coming in, what did I say, 200 feet, 300 feet from the top. That is what you see, and in particular, you see some sort of a large metal wagon-sized box next to the edge of the pit on your side, and sitting next to it with feet dangling off the edge of the pit is some strange human guy just sitting there, wiggling his head left and right with a carefree attitude as he sings his little song that echoes.
How's he
throughout this.
dressed?
He is dressed in dirty workman-like clothes.
So we are at the bottom of this.
Top.
We're at the top.
we're at the
Okay, and it goes
top.
down.
Down.
Okay. Okay.
You're
Got it.
not top, but close to
Yeah,
top.
it goes up, but it also goes down.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good question.
There's a apparent worker ahead.
Can you describe the box again that he's sitting on?
Metal box, copper or bronzish in color from here,
Six
and
sides.
about the size of a wagon, boxy, like a SUV size.
That's what I needed. Is the guy sitting on the side of the box singing?
He is. Ants in my pants.
Can the tome get past him without get through without being seen?
A person in the tank hovering in an occupied space for choice in 60 feet is intangible document and sheds a dim light in a 10-foot radius. It looks like a ghostly tome. It's possible, but not easily done.
Gotcha. Okay. So the tome will retreat. How do we want to handle this?
We could talk to. He doesn't look like the other cultist as you describe him.
I think we will need to neutralize him as quickly as possible if we are to continue with the element of surprise. He is with them undoubtedly. He is, or
How
he
do we
would
know
not
this
be here.
isn't Kaven's friend?
It could be. I have my doubts, but I
We could
suppose it
ask.
could be. Okay.
Do you know what Rykal looks like?
I don't.
Do you expect that he's a human? They are a human?
I don't know. Humanoid? Sure. But I do not know what Rykal looks like.
How will you know when you see him?
I understand that he is still imprisoned. And that the wizards here are attempting to keep him that way.
So let us presume this man just ahead is with the wizards and not Rykal. And he must be dealt with quickly and quietly for us to retain the element of surprise.
So we don't bludgeon this one to death?
Val whips his little staff aside, brain chunks coming off, smoothing it out.
Don't be
cleaning it
hasty,
off.
my friend, but
Well, it's not very quiet.
no,
That's what I was
I'm
saying.
not. We do not need to kill him as long as we can.
I do not think quickly or quietly will happen with that large of a figure.
He's a human.
Yeah.
Oh, I
He's
thought.
not that large.
He's sitting on a big box.
Oh, he's sitting. The box is big.
Yeah.
But he's not big.
Correct.
Just
He
the
is a
box.
human.
Okay. Never mind.
You could write that down as your third note.
It's just a penis.
Actual size.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I'd like to be the winner of the penis picture.
All right, so are we going to try to subdue him, question him, push him into the pits?
Whatever we're going to do, we need to do it quietly.
And quickly.
In that.
What's the vote then?
I do not have any spells in my current repertoire I am unable to put him to sleep immediately, which would be my least lethal spell that I could use. That would most likely ensure that we would be able to remain quiet.
I've observed your rituals.
You mean the battering of the mana?
Your silencing rituals. You're efficient in casting them.
That is not me.
Oh, I thought you had...
You were the one that cast silence.
Well, I'm definitely not that. Well, I can begin that, but that'll take 10 minutes.
We have the time.
Sure. Let's do
I
it.
will begin casting silence.
Is silence a
on-
ritual?
It is a ritual, yes. Ritual or cast?
I don't know if it's ritual for wizards.
The spell doesn't change in that regards. What you have to keep in mind is you can't
I don't have it in my
cast
spell book
and
is the
then
problem.
move to use it. So if you're going to cast, you're going to cast in line of sight of him over 10 minutes.
Yes.
Okay.
With mine, it's a little different, but because I don't have to take the 10 minutes.
But you do have silence?
I don't have silence.
Oh, okay. Well, okay.
I don't have it in my spell book, therefore I can't.
So Vessel begins muttering to himself, and there is a glint, at least from our perspective, of the shape of what this is to become, and it's just forming around this individual's space. Out to 120 feet, and I think he's well within that.
It says 120 on mine.
Yes.
While he is casting that spell, once the man is silenced,
Should we turn off our light so we can't see us 120 feet out?
Yes.
should we go grab him and bring him back here? How do we handle that?
How are we going to do that quietly?
Because there will be in the
we
cone of
just
silence.
Question him in the...
But it won't move. It'll stay there. Vessel
Yeah.
doesn't say.
Cast it on him, and then we all go, or some of us go, and question him there inside.
It's already being cast, so
The problem with that is you cannot hear inside because you will be silenced. You will not be able to ask him questions.
The guy stands up and starts picking at the ground.
Or we just go up to him right now and ask, say hello.
Again, we are at that point eliminating the element of surprise.
The guy throws a rock down into the pit. Yeah.
I just want to sit and watch what happens. This guy's really interesting to me.
Who's the stealthiest here? Probably you. Fiona?
Funniest video.
Probably Fiona.
Vessel is changing the spell to fireball. I don't know what's going on. Silence is continuing.
My stealth is +2.
Yeah, you are the stealthiest.
Wow.
Yeah.
Woo! He says as he throws something else into the
He
pit.
jumped.
Obviously.
Oh, it's like, oh no.
Yes, but he's with the wizards, and all he needs to do is scream, and we lose the element of surprise. That is the concern that I have.
Well,
There's no way that we don't have.
Now he's looking at you all.
Finish that sentence, Gavin.
When you say looking at us, what do you mean by that?
He's looking at you all. He's about 100 feet away and staring at you
Fiona
and
waves.
cocking his head. He waves back confused.
Well,
Just trying to leave you an ants in his pants.
Fiona cautiously starts walking towards
All right.
Oh, fuck.
the individual.
So what's beyond him?
A
pit.
massive,
giant pit.
huge pit.
And like no other people around the pit, nothing
No.
else going on.
No.
Okay.
There's no lip or
Lack of
edge
sig-
around.
They're bluish light above us,
Right.
right?
Yep.
Like casting down so we can see him, but
Okay.
otherwise.
And are there
yeah,
stairs
yeah.
actively going to the pit that we can see?
Nope, your stairs
Just
just
a straight
descend
bore
to
down,
a
just
little
like a-
flat area edge of the pit, and then the walls of your hallway open up a bit, and then they become the walls of the pit.
Okay.
Huge pit.
Fun. All right.
Keep an eye, friend.
He actionly bends over and picks up a rock and throws it in your general direction, and it clatters 15 feet away. You're not supposed to be here.
Why not?
And he's cuz, and he grabs another rock and throws it. This one gets perilously. It gets close. at
Perilously.
Yeah.
12 feet.
Dangerously close.
Thankfully, this job doesn't involve speed.
We just found a cave and we're wandering through it. Why weren't we supposed to be here?
He says, "Oh, then you better go.
Why?
They're gonna get mad."
Who were they?
Uh,
And
Popping
more,
out from
and more
behind
importantly,
Fiona.
where are they?
more importantly, who are we? He says, "My friends, my boss."
And where are they now?
He grabs a rock and aims it not at Fiona and throws it behind him into the pit and says, "Way down there."
And how did they get down there?
They flew like birds, and he holds his hand in
Did
the
they
air.
leave you here to warn people away?
Yeah.
Oh. Why are you warning what's down there that you need to warn us away from? Just your friends?
I don't know. That's confusing.
I have one other question for you, sir. What's in the box?
Yeah. That's what Caven wants to know.
What box?
That box, pointing to the thing that he was sitting on.
He looks around and says, "Oh, I don't know.
And how did it get here?
I don't know.
Was it here? Did the wizards bring it?
No.
It was
I
already
carry everything.
You carried that.
No.
It was already here.
I don't know."
Do you want to do your thing?
Jesus.
Why are you hitting me?
What happened to Fiona?
Things have gotten dark.
This he seems an innocent. I don't just a buffoon.
But Jimothy wasn't?
No, Jimothy was a very powerful wizard. Thank you very much.
His first day. Guarding
Oh.
tents.
Kind of
Well,
impatiently
he picked a
moves
bad day to
forward.
be a wizard.
You said your boss sent you here. Who is your boss?
Reginald.
Reginald.
Uh-huh.
Okay. How long have you been working for Reginald?
Long time.
Your entire life?
I don't know.
And did you come to this cave with Reginald?
Yeah.
How long ago?
Long time.
Would you say that you've been here for a week? About 7 days?
Yeah.
7 sleeps?
Yeah.
And has he come back?
No, he left.
So he's not here anymore.
No.
Why are you still here if he left?
I don't fly.
He went down there.
Yeah.
So you can go home.
No.
Why?
I have to wait here in case they need me to carry anything.
What do you carry?
He goes over and holds up a backpack and says, "I carry the pack."
That's a really big pack. Can you carry all of that?
Yeah.
What's in it?
Why do I feel a kindred spirit with you?
Sometimes we talk well.
He says, their stuff.
Everything that they carry, you have to carry all of that for them?
That's what I do.
That's impressive. Do you have anything inside the bag that's yours?
I do.
What is it?
It's candy.
Good candy or just kind of good candy?
It's pretty good.
How have you kept your candy? I would have eaten it all by now. 7 days.
I'm good. I'm good at saving.
What else can you save?
Good colored rocks.
Do you have any good colored rocks here?
Yep. And he drops his backpack and takes out several bottles of wine and expensive-looking fresh food, some rations, and a little box that is with the word candy written in chalk, spelled incorrectly, and some rocks that he takes out as well. And he comes over and excitedly gets close to you and shows you he has 3 really smooth, flat rocks.
Those rocks are great.
Oh, thanks.
What's your name?
Jimothy.
Jimothy? Hey, Jimothy, what if I
Bad
gave
day to be named Timothy.
Bad day to be named Timothy. Just like my dad, he's on stuff.
Oh,
Do you
no.
like presents, Jimothy?
Well, yeah.
If I give you a present, can we go buy you? Can we go down there?
I don't think they'd like that.
But I mean, you get a present. You
What's
don't have to tell them.
What's the present?
It's something really great that I think you'll like.
Show me.
I heard you. Okay, I will. I heard you singing earlier. Was that you singing?
No.
You sure?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Well, I have this thing,
That
and
was
I'll
very-
show
that
you
was-
how to use
That
it.
was very Jeremy of me, by the way.
And Fiona pulls out a little cube. It's like the size of a Rubik's Cube.
All right.
Looks just like a metal cube, but there's a button on the side. And she presses in the button, and she's like, Jimothy, he's a cool guy. And then hands it to him.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, press that button.
He struggles, but finally finds the button and presses it.
So it repeats.
And what
she
does it? What
just
does it
said.
say?
Jimothy, he's a cool guy.
All right. He presses it again.
Jimothy, he's a cool guy.
He presses it
So
one more.
if-
He presses it one more time.
Jimothy, he's a cool guy.
All right,
So
he's-
if you press and hold that in, you can make another recording.
He presses and holds it in. It's not working.
Now hit that button.
He presses it.
What's it say?
It's not working.
Go ahead, hit that button again.
It's not working. It's working.
See? That's pretty cool. That's a pretty cool
It lies to me. It is working.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, it's all yours.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah. So we're going to go buy you now.
Make a persuasion roll with advantage. I remember that.
Man, a 9.
Do you want to use the hero?
He
We'll just bludgeon him to death. It's
he
fine.
holds up a hand and says, "No. Reginald wouldn't like that.
What if you don't tell Reginald? How's he going to know?
No, he'll probably see her. You'll see him.
What about I got another present?
What's that?
Crack.
I see you like some
Dagger
wine.
between the
here,
ribs.
Right? You like that wine?
Fiona, if you give all your presents to Jimothy, we won't have any for Reginald for his birthday party.
Oh, I have that special. We don't have to worry about that.
There's a birthday party.
Yeah, it's Reginald's birthday today.
That's why we're here.
Make a deception roll, Caven, with advantage. +2.
+2.
Yes.
He really likes birthdays.
His vulnerability.
So
to
with
birthday.
advantage, +2 is 22.
He says, "Oh, I want a birthday party. Let's do that.
You want a birthday party?
Yeah, where is it?
It's right here.
Okay. Yeah.
But we have to bring Reginald back.
Oh.
We have to go get him.
Make a persuasion roll with advantage. Did you use the word birthday?
Yes.
Add +2.
How about a natural 20? And a natural
And a
1?
natural one.
I did it last week, too.
Yeah.
Stupid.
He says, "Oh, okay, yeah, you get Reginald, and then I'll wait here for the birthday party."
Awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, should I go back to camp and bring some party stuff here, or are we doing the birthday party in the camp?
We'll come back and then we'll go to the camp together.
Stay here.
Okay.
We'll come back and we'll all go together as a one big parade.
All right, I'm good at that.
Do you
Okay.
have any rope?
No.
We don't need rope.
Okay.
Well, we might need something to get back up. We'll see.
That's a problem for future us.
Those idiots.
We'll cross that one-way bridge when we get there.
We'll cross that pit. when
We're
we
gonna
get there.
die.
When we look down, do we see?
We're gonna die in that hole, you know.
And it's a pit, but is there a place? Do we see anything besides just? the
Yes.
pit and
Looking down the hole, you see. Oh, here's some additional things. Now that you've gotten towards the edge, one, there is a large lever next to the big metal box. Looking down about 150 feet down, there is an obsidian pillar in the middle of the pit. It is just about 40 feet in diameter. So it's almost like a big cylinder with like a pencil in the middle of it, if you will. The top of which is 150 feet down. You can see this dull blue light just barely getting some light down there. And then it continues down further into darkness. You can see on that pillar, very close to the top, is a little balcony with a bridge attached to it. And there are magical blue torches casting flickering magical light on the pillar top. And there's a balcony and some sort of opening into the pillar itself. The bridge is a metal wireframe-like bridge that crosses the pit from the balcony, crosses the, whatever that is, 150-foot distance or so, to your side of the pit, where there is no opening that you can see for the bridge. And along your wall, particularly Fiona, as you're looking down, you can see two metal rails going down the wall from where that bridge is up the wall to your edge of the pit.
Does it look like this is an elevator? It's an elevator?
I have no idea.
With Fiona's knowledge of
Ele-
mechanical things,
Elevators.
does it look like an elevator?
Make a roll.
I like that he doesn't have his. I don't know.
A 7.
You have no idea.
What's that lever? What? Hey, Jimothy, what's that lever do?
I don't know.
Never tried it?
No.
Been up here for days and you've never gotten curious?
No, Reginald said don't mess with anything. But I did throw some rocks.
And there was a sound. It sounded like a cracking earlier. What was that?
I don't know.
Did you hear it?
Maybe.
All I can say is please don't kill him because it'll be a very frustrating speak with the dead.
The random Valamir eye contact has been great.
But then it'll be your problem and not mine.
Hey Jimothy, I know that you're not supposed to do this, but I'm a lever expert. I'm allowed to pull these. So stand back. I'm gonna pull this one.
Okay. And he steps back. This better help with Reginald's birthday party.
Yeah.
There's the whole point.
Part of the surprise.
And pulls the lever.
You pull the lever and you hear some sort of repeated clicking sound. Click, 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 coming from the large metal box, but that's it.
Valamir will inspect the metal box.
All right. You see there is a small little hole, a couple inches wide, with some sort of release thing inside and a thin seam of a door around it.
And that lever opens the door, probably?
I don't know.
Would that make sense to Valamir that would do that? Is there any other way to open the door?
I don't know.
Is there a door handle? Is there
there's
a
little-
door handle that he can turn?
I don't know if you heard me. There's a little hole and there's a catch inside that hole.
I did, but you also said there was a door, and I didn't know if maybe there was something under the door, like a door handle.
You're gonna let
Valamir
out a
will
lilting, angry metal
use
golem.
the catch.
All right, you put your which finger?
Not
are you
learning
putting
from
in?
one is.
His mage hand.
Your mage hand.
Uh-huh.
Do you have fine manipulative control with mage hand?
I do believe.
you don't.
I
think he does.
I don't think you do.
Spectral floating hand, pierce point, choose within range, hand laceration. You can use your action to control the hand. You can use the hand to manipulate an object, open an unlocked door, container, stow or retrieve an item from an open container, or pour the contents out
Does
of a
not
vial.
say
You
anything
can
about
move
catches,
the hand up
though.
30 feet.
All right, you use your mage hand. It's a little awkward, takes a little bit longer, but you get this giant friggin' finger in there. And side angle, Christopher. And there's a clicking sound. And a small little door opens up, and inside you see a whole bunch of confusing, interesting cogs and wheels and machinery inside.
Is there like space for people to also be in there, or is it just like a utility door?
It's a utility door.
And is that clicking still happening? Or did
It does,
stop?
and then it stops, and you saw some cogs moving and moving and moving and not moving and not moving, and then it stops, and the lever goes back into position.
Fiona, take a look at this and see if there's maybe a lock or something on the mechanism preventing it from.
This
Don't
isn't
even
what
rest.
we're here for.
We're here to get into this damn hole, and this may be the path to it.
Yeah, we can get down, no problem, but what do we have?
Does
what are we
Vessel
doing
see
when we get back up?
anything?
The wizards
As-
flew down. They planned to fly back up. They did not plan to use this box.
Yeah, 'cause
Correct.
they could Fly.
So why would they bring a box?
They didn't bring it.
It was already here, and they didn't need to use it because they can fly. We are.
Fiona's
To the
gonna
best of my
look
knowledge,
at the- look
most
at the
of us
access
cannot.
Panel and see what she can do.
All right, Fiona, you are able to see some minor repairs that need to be done to this to make it operate with the lever, and you believe it will activate some sort of small lift, as I believe you had predicted earlier. You also sense there is, hold on, let me double check. There's you guarantee you can fix it. Make a tools roll. So that would be intelligence plus your, I think it's double your proficiency.
It sure is.
Jeez. 11 is your target.
27.
Wow. Holy cow. Made by Fiona's carved in the side of it.
Property of Tinkerpot.
Yeah.
Tumblepot.
Tinkerpot's that other bastard family.
Right?
You see that there's something else you have no control over. You don't have no idea how to stop it or start it or anything, but there's something else that will happen with the lift. And that's all you can glean from that.
Let's give it a go. Then she takes her tools out and fixes whatever is not aligned correctly and points to Cole and hit it.
Hits it.
All right, Cole pulls the lever, and there is a different sound, a large catch of a ka-chunk, and then clicking sound, but a more healthy ratcheting noise. Those of you that look over the edge of this unrailed balcony, unrailed pit area, can see the entire bridge itself is sliding up the 150 feet. Excuse me. As it goes up and up and up and up, you see there are two metal nub things similar to what you saw in the entrance that are on your side of the wall, and you can just barely see two on the pillar as well, and they're about 40 feet up from where the bridge started. And as the bridge starts to move, a blue almost walkway of energy crosses between those two, and it perfectly matches the bridge, and the bridge passes right through it effortlessly and creates a terrible lightning sizzling sound as it goes up. And then the bridge goes all the way up to the top, and then that energy disappears, and now you have this wireframe bridge right there. And we'll take our break there,
Okay.
and we'll be back in just a little bit. See you soon. We are back with our heroes at the top of this obsidian pit with dull blue light cascading a sickly blue glow about everything, standing before a lever with a wide, long bridge of metal. And Jimothy.
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 Jiminy's a cricket.
Can I confirm something about the bridge? The whole thing came up, but the top of the tower that the bridge was connecting to, that's still 150 feet down.
Correct.
Right? So the bridge is not connected to that edge.
On the other side.
On the other side, it's not connected. Okay. Yeah. All right, good.
Yeah.
So I just want to make sure it's not this crazy slide
Nope.
that just drops you in.
And the blue energy that it passed through is now gone.
That is correct.
The bug zapper.
That's a way to say it, yes.
The bug zapper has been dispelled.
Everybody on.
I wouldn't say it's been dispelled.
This is our way.
It seems to be. And I guess we're all gonna step on the ladder?
Yeah, we
The
get on
bridge?
Yeah.
Vessel boards the bridge.
Jimothy,
Yeah?
would you like me to show you something?
What's that?
This lever here. Did you see how I pulled it?
Yeah.
I used the right hand, right? You saw that the right hand is what I used?
Uh-huh.
And you pull back in one direction. Do you want to try?
I wouldn't do that.
We're going to get on the bridge, and I can't reach it from here,
Uh-huh.
but I need to go down with everyone to get Reginald.
Okay.
So I need you to be my assistant and pull this lever for me. I'm going to watch you the whole time. You're supervised.
Okay.
Valamir's just sort of signaling you at this point. Just just come on. We got this. Come on. Head over
And I
this
get
way.
onto the
Come on.
bridge.
Got a mage hand.
You got it.
Mage hand! That
Mage
lever.
hand it and
I think it's like the first time. This is the first episode that I've actually ever used the mage hand for something.
that's a
You-
traditional use
Yes,
of it.
that's an actual useful thing.
You mage hand it down, and the bridge starts ratcheting down and going down this huge bridge as you guys make your way down. And you descend down into the pits, and the light just, it's like almost like ocean light at night, where it just slowly starts to get a little darker and darker and darker of this blue light. As it goes down 50, 60, 70 feet, you see an energy field light up between two metal stud type things on one side and on the other, creating almost like a energy force field type thing that your bridge is going right through. And you descend on down, and as you go through, yes,
Wait.
yes,
Everybody's coming.
Yeah. First off, Valimir is taking a look at that. How far away from the nodules that seem to be where this seems to be emanating from? The energy is that it? Didn't you say there's yeah? How far away are they? Because I'm thinking about trying to dispel it.
okay, they're
Because
about
I would
40 feet away.
Rather we not go through it.
Okay,
Yeah, Valimir will cast Dispel Magic.
dispel magic. It lights up. You are casting Dispel Magic. All right, any spell third level or lower, it ends. And what's the range? 120 feet. The energy field lights up. You cast Dispel Magic. What did you roll right there?
20.
With a total of 20.
With natural 20
Natural 20.
is what I had just rolled.
You did 3 natural
Yes.
20s in a row.
Yeah, with this same die. Yeah.
We have a displeased.
And we're going to stop our adventure there while Tom figures out what's...
The entire field disappears. Weird 4 sparks appear on each, or 1 spark on each of the 4 nodules, and your bridge passes through unscathed. And I will just say, wow.
Yeah.
3 hours of work.
Now hand over your die.
Just probably avoided a TPK, but
Oh, we just
And everyone
we
else is
touching
a
the
blue.
metal bridge. We just had to jump all at the same time.
Uh-huh. We had to stay up while we passed through.
Featherfall.
That option B was actually feather fall. Yes.
And then there is a stop and a lurch as the bridge comes to a stop. And about 150, 160 feet up, you can see the edge of the pit. Down further than you can, light goes. It just keeps going down and down and down. But across this bridge is the beginning, the top of the pillar, with a small balcony and an opening into the pillar itself.
Caven starts walking. This
Yep.
way.
Follow right behind.
Okay.
I have a sense we dodged a bullet.
I
What's a
believe that
bullet?
would have been a bad thing
Bit
indeed.
of a sling.
Yeah, it's a small stone you use with a sling.
What's a sling?
Keep walking.
Technology that hasn't reached the Iron Hills yet.
Ash Mountains.
Same, same difference.
You walk across this bridge and through the opening into this pillar, which is in the center of this pit. It's like an inverted donut, if you will. That's how my mind works.
Yeah.
And as you go in,
What?
because you've got like an inverted donut, instead of a substance with a hole, you have an opening with a substance in the middle.
You're not seeing that?
No.
Oh, all right.
I see it.
Yeah,
Took
I
me a
got
minute,
it.
but I got there.
It's
I'm
Obi-Wan
just not
disabling the
particularly
force
creative.
field. He walks on that thing and then
Sure, there you go. You enter in, and you are immediately greeted by perfectly cut out of obsidian stone stairs that start to spiral their way down and down. With only one way to go, you head down. Who is first?
The book?
300 feet?
More like 20 or 30 feet
20 or
ahead.
30 feet? Who is
Yeah.
the first person?
Caven's probably
Caven's
still-
leading, right?
And
Yeah.
who's the last?
Probably
Vessel?
Probably Vessel.
Vessel
will stay
All
in the
right.
rear with the gear.
The group heads down into the darkness. It is dark here. The blue light quickly fades because it only comes in through that opening, and you have your own light source as you go down and down the spiral.
There's just spiral stairs.
Just spiral stairs that keep going down and down. And you walk and you walk. Goes on for several minutes. Some of you get a little tired, miss a step, stumble a bit. You're helped up. And you continue to walk and walk down and down.
Does it seem as though, well, I'm in the rear, but probably mumbling out loud, have others even come this way? Do we see any footsteps in the dirt and the dust?
Caven, make a survival roll.
Ooh, that's gonna be 7.
He has no idea.
It is unlikely, due to the fact that the wizards had flown down to their destination. And the gearbox was broken. So nobody has traveled through this more conventional means in recent time. I would suspect not, but
And you're sure nobody follow us?
I'm sure Jimothy will take care of anybody that follows. He seemed very competent.
You hear a fluttering sound from below.
Jimothy flying by.
Fluttering sound from below.
Can you describe that a little bit more? What kind of fluttering?
I don't know, like
Like wings?
flapping a newspaper or a pigeon or something like that.
Okay. It's like a fluttering sound.
Something like
Got it.
And it's growing more intense.
As if it's coming up.
Yes.
Caven stops,
It's growing more intense.
Vessel gets low to the ground.
pulls his warhammer out.
Warhammer is out. It
Yeah.
is tight for a warhammer, but possible.
Shield is out as well for Valamir.
Okay.
Mage armor up.
I suggest you get low.
Valamir will get low.
All right.
Shorty, get low.
I don't know exactly what that means, but Valamir
Valamir hunkers down, and Vessel has hunkered down.
and the shield is the tome is still a little bit ahead.
30 feet, I heard.
Uh huh.
Okay. There is fluttering, gets a little louder and louder, and you hear a screeching sound and more fluttering, and then you see some flying creature in the vision of 30 feet ahead. And seconds later, cave in, there is a flying reddish-skinned, thin-tailed small creature flying right at you. It is an imp. And it comes right at you, seems startled, running into you. And you looks like you're ready to go first.
Yeah.
Might not be.
He swings with a 12?
He says questioningly. With a 12, you swing and miss. The creature.
He gets 2 attacks.
Oh, darn. All right, you get to go first.
And then the other one was an 18.
19 is a hit.
18.
18 is a hit.
Okay. And it's going to be 10 damage.
10 damage. It had 10 hit points. It is destroyed.
Oh.
It was your familiar.
The creature dies, crumples, hits the stairs in a crumpled bone crunch shape, and then rolls several steps down.
Can Caven quickly grab it?
You
prevent
grab it
from
by its
rolling?
tail. Yes.
Okay.
And you hold it up into the air.
He just sets it against the outcropping where the stairs and the side of the tunnel meet, so that
Okay.
way it's not rolling down back to where it came from.
Okay.
Be honest, that's not what I expected. I expected you to be like, with me, and just lift it and just have it start
It's got to be human.
doing your own tone. Oh, now I know things.
All right. Any comments? Anything you want to do?
That look from Christopher.
Nice shot. Are there any others?
You hear nothing.
Ducking still would have worked.
Do imps talk? I have encountered very few imps in my life.
They are capable of speech, I believe.
They're not known to be messengers or things like that, are they?
It's a good question.
We'll keep that in mind for next time we kill
there
something.
any-
Potentially.
Does Vessel believe these creatures travel
They
by
speak
themselves?
They speak common, okay.
Say that again.
Does Vessel believe these creatures travel by themselves?
They are not how would I describe it? An ecological type of creature.
Outside the realm of my knowledge, then.
Okay.
So we continue descending
What would you know of these creatures?
carefully.
What does Valamir know of imps?
You can make an Arcana roll.
A total of 20.
With a total of 20, you know they are fiendish, tend to deal with devils and wizards, sorcerers, and warlocks who deal with more of the occult style can summon them or use them as familiars.
They can be used by warlocks most often for their
Well, I'm glad we
own
don't consort
purposes.
with warlocks.
indeed
They're
the questionable sort.
Let's get down to the bottom before suspicions arise.
Might be too late
That's
for that.
oddly put.
If I were them, I'd be
Friend?
suspicious already.
You continue down. It seems to go on for a long, long time until finally it opens up into a slightly wider circular chamber. You are not at the bottom of a pit, though. Somehow you're inside of a chamber, but it's only 50 feet in size. It is, I'm sorry, not circular, it is rectangular. And you have reached the bottom with the following. Now, Caven's in front, right?
Mhm.
As you step into this room, you see there is a ritual circle of protection that has been recently created but abandoned halfway through the ritual, as though someone never got quite through the ritual. You don't know what that's like at all, Vessel.
Where is that ritual circle?
I always complete my
Close
ritual.
to the stair opening you're at.
Okay.
But you never clean up after yourself.
Okay.
However, even though you're in the front, Jeremy, listen to me.
Yeah.
This may be a long shot,
Okay.
but you sense there is something important here. You see 2 corridors ahead. A path corridor on the left that is dark, a darkness that your vision and light cannot pierce. There is another corridor on the right that has the same blue crackling energy from the bridge above. The blue energy on the right is about 40 feet into the corridor and covers the entire corridor.
Okay.
That's all that I'm saying to you.
So why was it really important that Jeremy specifically listened to you?
Oh, I've got a great answer for that.
I'm listening.
Okay. I believe you had a conversation over these particular corridors some time ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds right.
Follow
The
the
darkness on the
light?
left definitely jumped out to me. Let me see what I can find. Cole digs through his
I think
brain.
it's
here a
follow
little
the
bit.
light is what we're supposed to do. It's always follow the light. No, I don't know.
Let's see. Da-da-da-da-da. Shade Warriors. Baldic from the past.
Wasn't it with what's her name? The Star Seer?
Yeah, it might have been with Starseer.
Only your notes.
Only my
Well,
notes
not
will
my
tell me.
notes.
Let me take
Well,
a look.
Just saying.
Much to share. Lightning and thunder in your future. Something that she sees. Again, that was to Argus as well as Cole. Battle is coming. We heard the name for the first time from the cult of Mordrin from her. He hides from you. He's running from you.
Does Vessel believe he could repair and continue the ritual of protection?
No, it is arcane in nature versus clerical in nature.
Okay.
Battle is coming. Lightning bolt was coming. Yeah, so that was one of the things that she definitely said when Argus was turning over the tiles. What is it that you seek? He flipped over a tile. He grabbed a second one from the rope with a lightning bolt. Lightning and thunder in your future. Then she saw a cavalry man being stabbed. Battle is coming as well. I see trouble coming soon. Trouble to end it all. And then we heard about the man. Based on that information, the door on the right sure looks a lot like lightning.
I mean, we've had plenty of lightning experiences
What about further back?
to this point.
Further
Further
back,
back.
you mean when I was in
The city.
Casimir?
Yes.
With 12?
Let's take a
Yeah.
look.
For those of you listening, Jeremy has a massive biblical tome of notes, extremely detailed, many pages, small font of penciled, awesome detailed scribblings.
That's true. It's part of part of when I'm reading through and flipping through, my pages of notes.
And
each
when we
time.
are all defeated, it will be up for sale on Patreon. or
You too can find passages of why the hell didn't you read that?
Jeremy is the Bards of the Bards.
Yeah.
He's the chronicler.
Yeah.
Jeremy's will go for $60 to $80. Tim's will be sold.
Hey,
Back in episode 9,
got a
someone
nice
who
penis
called
right here.
himself an old friend. Cole called him 12. Indicated there's a great man of flesh and bone, golden skin, who wants to end the world. Your world is in danger, and so is your next world. Seek out information about the Star Seer. She wants new information. Danger is coming and coming soon. Oh, wait, here. Hands him a teleport ring, which teleported Cole to the Iron Lands. So if he had more information, Cole didn't write it down. I would have, but I wasn't there.
I wonder if Argus wrote it down.
Probably, but we didn't bring those notes with us. I don't like things I can't see. Going into something blind that is so blind that it won't even take light is dangerous. I think we should go to the right. And putting his money where his mouth is, Cole steps into the right door and braces with his stone skin.
All right. I just want to make sure I hear you correctly. You are choosing the right corridor that has the energy field similar to the one above, completely covering it, and you're passing and touching through that energy field. Is that correct?
That was like 40 feet down.
Should it look like for like a light switch or anything, like a glyph on it, around it? Valamir, looking at you. You were giving me a deadpan stare as though you're watching me die right now.
Yeah, it's essentially what.
If it were a sphere, would that make you feel better? Could I touch it then?
It's never going to leave you.
Go
my
ahead.
friend.
Go down the corridor. You're fine.
Yeah, so Cole is going to kind of observe his way down, not just like blindly walk in.
You see
And-
nothing out of the ordinary of a light switch or any glyph or activation or mechanical thing at all.
Valamir's behind Cole and wants to spend some time inspecting the energy field to see what he can derive from it.
Make an Arcana roll.
Maybe like
Didn't
whether
ask me
it's
to
just
make an
going to
Arcana
instantly
roll.
kill everybody. 24 total.
Jeez, dude.
You believe it will instantly kill whoever touches it.
Okay. I believe it's perfectly safe. You go right through. Now, it will. We cannot proceed further if this is not deactivated.
All right.
And we do have the globe, which we should be able to dispel the darkness down that corridor with
Oh, yeah.
through the casting of the daylight spell.
All right. If you want to give that a shot. I don't like things that are dark.
So, how do you feel about that, Vessel?
That's the command word. You generate a bright daylight that will last for an hour on the drift globe, and you cast aside and push back the darkness of the left corridor and see a standard simple corridor that continues ahead on the left side, but still straight ahead, parallel to the right one.
Mage hand. As I kind of pat you on the head.
Uh,
And grateful I'm alive. Cole will walk down the corridor he can see through without
right.
electric crackling fields.
Cole goes down there. You guys, I think, wait. Just looking at Chris, he's looking at me. You guys wait. Nothing happens. Cole goes down there,
Yeah,
and the rest
Caven
of you follow.
Follows. Yeah.
All right. As you do so, there is a deep groaning of like an old metal sound from all around. And you hear kind of an airy gasping sound like an old mountain releasing some sort of deep final breath. And Vessel, you get another terrible sense that something has gone terribly amiss with this selection of the corridor.
This is not the way. There is more darkness now.
You can see up ahead a flickering of blue magical torchlight, just the torchlight. Some sort of opening not far ahead.
The evil grows much closer now. What have you done?
We dispelled the non-lethal door and walked towards. Obviously, we're going towards evil. Vessel, we're trying to take care of the cultists that are down here.
What is your sense telling you?
That we repair the protection circle and stand within it. Something grows and grows quickly.
I have not seen you like this before, and I am inclined not to try to deter us from what path you suggest. Let us retreat then.
Gavin?
Vessel has knowledge that I don't have. So I say this time we trust him.
We always trust Vessel.
So we head back.
Yep.
You are back at the chamber at the bottom of the spiral stairs.
Is that foreboding feeling still there? And do I feel it growing? Or
Nope,
is it
it
like
just seemed like it was a wash that came over you.
Since Vessel had mentioned the protection circle, is that something Valamir would be able to complete if necessary?
You take a look. It is arcane in nature, but you would have to start your own. You cannot continue someone else's.
This is trash. I would have to do my own.
Beneath me to even begin to deal with the scribbles.
Did Vessel share anything like that was said during his?
nothing from the vision? No.
No. Okay. So there's no way for Caven to
You can
recall that on his behalf.
outside of your questioning me further.
Vessel. What?
Vessel is watching Valamir trying to repair and then ultimately scrubbing over the entirety of the circle.
What sense did you have in that hallway, in that corridor?
A darkness similar to now. A vision a long time ago.
A vision.
And voices of, I believe, Solene I could hear in this place.
Here. So
Yes.
Where is she guiding us?
She mentioned the corruption of the stone. She mentioned great cost. Visions of a horrible calamity a long time ago.
You said something about corruption of a stone.
Yes,
What stone?
I took it to mean more of my kind. The last of the ones to stand with her.
I see.
We haven't found any cultists. I know it's dangerous. I know there's worse things ahead. Stone Golem that we ran into wasn't there by accident. But if Reginald and whoever else is down here hasn't come back up for Jimothy, if we're lucky, they've been killed by some other trap. I am not that lucky. I feel like we need to move forward and finish what we started. The protection ritual is a good idea. It may take some time, but I don't want to just stay at the bottom of this or turn around from where we're at right now.
When we stepped through the threshold is when I noticed that sensation, and it hasn't abated.
Is it the same one that you had with your visions earlier?
Stronger.
It's probably because we're closer.
Valamir will go while the conversation's going on. We'll go back to down the right pass. Just confirm these are the only two passages. Having explored the kind of the rest of the area, the obsidian stone, other things around. This is we found nothing else that would appear important or
You're looking for another catch.
yeah.
You see nothing else.
Glared at me.
I know you did.
What the hell was that about?
It was the that really did it for me. But
There was a curse word in there somewhere.
yeah, Valamir is gonna be spending time close to the energy field, but not passing it, obviously, to see if he can figure out a way to shut it down without expelling another third level spell slot by dispel magic.
No, there's no way to do that. And your dispel from the last time was a 1 in 20 chance of happening.
Caven
Good to know.
Caven pulls from a pouch around his waist an emblem and hands it to Vessel. It's an emblem that the Guardian carries. And he says, I hope this gives you courage.
From what?
Courage to face whatever is before us. And with this emblem, he can ignore one critical miss per day.
Can ignore what now?
One critical miss per day.
Oh.
He can re-roll when he...
A critical miss.
It's my notes say ignore, so I don't know.
Well, I can look something up
Guardian
for you.
Guardian emblem.
Guardian emblem. Doo-doo-doo. Quickly looking at that. There we go. You can use your reaction to turn the critical hit into a normal hit when you are hit.
Oh, okay. So if you're hit with a critical,
It's pretty powerful.
turn
Usually
it
you
into
want to
normal.
hand it over. Vessel doesn't say. He's just staring at you.
No, yeah. No, Caven hands it to him. He wants to give him some sort of little nudge of courage, and is hoping this might help.
Has the darkness dissipated and not returned on that?
It is not returned.
It's not returned. That
It has
is...
been 20 minutes since you first did that.
I do not have a good answer for how we proceed.
There is evil ahead.
Why are you smiling?
But I believe we are here because of that evil, so that we can stop it.
I thought we were gonna release it.
We are releasing
The other evil.
Rykal. And he will help us to defeat Sher Mordred.
At what cost?
I don't have that answer.
Hopefully it's a cost worth paying.
Could it be any worse than the last 2 years?
That is a dangerous question, my friend. And in my experience, it can always get worse.
Vessel, how do you feel about trying to go back through the darkness? Cannot go this way. We cannot go through the lightning. So we either head back up and forget about this place, or we go down there.
The other side is wrong. The other side is great evil. Something is amiss. And it only got worse when we entered.
Do you think we can correct it? If it's a miss, is it something that we could fix?
I see the portal, I see the entryway, and the darkness has not returned. If I were to guess, the seal had been broken.
None of us want to go down that passage. None of us.
I don't want to kick you. I don't want to drag you kicking and screaming down the passage. But I want to end this.
Yeah,
I want to kill a
agree.
cultist.
Caven begins to head down that passage on the left.
On the left, where the darkness once was.
Right.
Okay. Right. Where the
Correct.
No.
Left passage. Correct.
Okay. Caven marches off down there.
He's going slowly, hoping that a few others will catch up with him. But yeah,
Yeah.
he's making his way.
Cole goes behind you.
All right. Brother,
This
quickly there.
is not the way.
There is no other way. We cannot get through the other passage.
Does Valamir still have the ley line attuning rod? He would.
Fiona would definitely have hers buried in the bag of holding.
Yeah.
Sure.
So Valamir tries to use it against the energy field. He's not going to touch it with it.
Okay.
I mean, he might eventually, but yeah. I mean, he might. He's gonna. Yeah. So he's gonna attempt to. I guess.
Go backsies.
Yeah.
Raven and Cole are walking off. Valamir's going down the right side.
Yeah. Valamir's not yet. Don't just hold for a few minutes, will you?
Yes.
Let me try to work with this for a moment.
Caven, let's wait. I don't want to do anything apart.
Yeah, Valamir will attempt to use the ley line attuning rod to affect this energy field.
Okay. You get close and you sense no ley line energy and no response from the tuning device.
He'll step a ways back and take, I don't know, something, I guess a gold coin,
Okay. 1 gold coin in your hand.
and toss it standing.
Not a copper, but a gold. Okay. Okay, just busted.
One platinum
copper,
bar.
Copper is more.
He's
Conductive.
sitting there with coins debating conductivity.
Gold is pretty conductive too.
Yeah.
I mean, gold is
All right.
really conductive.
It'll be one gold coin. Stand back about 30 feet, and he's going to throw it to pass the barrier.
Okay. Steps back. People watch in silence. And it clatters and tinkles on the other side of the field.
Without ever.
No effect.
How deep is the field?
How deep is the field? How deep? Maybe 6 inches. Not particularly deep.
Does anyone remember the part where he said certain death?
Yeah.
I remember that. That's why we went the other way. That opened up when we used the light.
And there's nothing on the other side of that passage. You can see no lever, no catch, no anything that would seem to be able to deactivate
Nope.
it.
And you see more hallway.
Okay. I have no way of shutting this down that I can come up with.
Vessel, are you convinced that that's the way we need to go? Is through?
No. I'm convinced that this, pointing to the left, is not the way to go.
We must be missing something. There must be something more then. Something to it. We've traveled together for some time, and I've never seen Vessel unwilling or so untethered, if you will, as he just stands there stoically,
It's just
unmoving.
He's staring at the
Yeah.
It's like a
Former
poltergeist
tunnel.
dog movie thing, like
Yeah.
just barking at the haunted room.
Only we could take the time to listen to the episode where we were given this clue.
Just keep stalling until about
Yeah,
for another
that's-
hour.
Yeah, exactly.
The clue that we heard was that there's thunder and lightning in the future.
I could have sworn
There's
I
something
heard-
more,
I
yeah.
heard something about a direction. Or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, about a passageway and what to follow, whether it's the lightness or the dark. There's something there. But I unfortunately am a completely terrible note taker, and we used to have somebody who was good at that.
And it was the seer?
It was Seer.
I thought it was a Starseer. Yeah.
Because there was the 3 lines to 1 line. We're not experiencing
No.
that.
Right.
There's something about a circle with that as well. The obsidian stone. There's nothing with it, nothing about it, nothing.
You've been seeing miles and miles of it, it seems like, all around you, above you, beneath you.
I'm at a complete loss.
Is there any chance that that's just an illusion?
Yes, but unlikely. And if we are wrong, there is only one result, in all likelihood.
So,
Yeah.
Fiona's going to go back and get the body of the imp.
There you go.
All right. Fiona returns half an hour later with the body of the imp going up and down these endless stairs.
Take it by a tail
So
and
tired.
whip it through.
All right. Make a Constitution save or
probably
gain
the
a
same.
point of
Ritual.
fatigue or exhaustion.
Reginald is the
An
person.
18?
You're good.
pretty good save.
Yeah.
100%.
And you're whipping it through the.
Mm-hmm.
The electric field.
Actually, she'll give it to somebody because, like, that imp's probably the same size as her. She will. She
up
drag
dragging
it
it down
down here.
That
She
vessel-
dragged it down here, but she hands it to one of the big
The
ones.
vessel will take it and push it through.
Vessel you're pushing it through.
But giving it a toss.
Drop kicking.
You toss it through. You toss the imp through, and it is gooed into hundreds of little pieces and bits that splatter and slide and land on the other side like some horror movie.
Well, that answers that question.
It does answer that question.
Unless that, too, is an illusion.
Vessel steps through.
What?
What?
No!
Okay.
Like following the bloody gore imp,
Yes.
you go through the electric door.
Valamir
Yes.
would actively attempt to stop that.
As would Cole after seeing the imp just explode. I will grapple him.
Well, hold on. Let me make sure I understand correctly. You are in the right path. You've walked right up. You've thrown the imp, and you want to go through that field.
Yes.
I'll say not Cole. You might be close enough. Make a athletics roll.
I rolled a 7, so I'm going to use my hero point to stop Vessel from walking. This is bizarre. I rolled a 7 again for a total of 14.
You reach out, you grab onto Vessel, and he slips through your grasp and steps into the energy field. There is a big zapping, nasty sound and an eruption of energy. Everyone other than Vessel takes 2 points of force damage.
Okay.
And you are all knocked backwards just 5 feet. And Caven, you stand up shaking your head and see your friend Val and Cole and Fiona are still falling as though they're stuck in some sort of incredible slow motion effect. You are walking around just fine as you stand up and look around. You can see them still slowly falling to the ground, and you look over and you see a vessel is alive and standing beyond the field, and the field is gone, and his feet is a little double-size basketball sphere of blue energy that turns into more of a glass-like sphere, becomes inert, and Vessel turns around at normal time with you as well. With what kind of look on your face?
It doesn't have that look. Solin's light, the gift of creation. We are looked after.
And you gain a hero point. I think you're maxed.
I am maxed.
You may bounce it to someone.
Who tried to save me?
I did.
Cole.
Thank you.
Then all your friends hit the ground, and everyone's back in real time.
And is the field still
Field is gone.
gone?
Vessel, no!
Yep, as I suspected, just fine. Let's go.
But can't believe you did that.
I am tingly.
Almost made me spit my water.
Oh, shit. That was foolhardy.
Stupid.
Friend.
It's
Foolhardy.
stupid.
And what
It-
Fiona said.
Made the most sense.
I don't agree, but
Solene honored his sacrifice.
I think that's a stretch, but very well.
Our
Either way, we should move
Gift of
forward.
life is true. But then there is the moment where all of us work together to face this. You threw a gold coin. You threw, or I threw, a fleshy serpent. It made sense that I am not flesh, living stone and metal that I am. Solin's creation. The gold coin was unaffected. The fleshy serpent was destroyed.
I will be interested to find out at the end of this if your assessment is correct. But you have,
I do not sense the great evil this way at this time.
then let us continue.
With haste.
The group continues on the right as I catch my breath, and you return to your normal marching order, making your way down this corridor. It goes just as far to the one parallel on the left and empties into the same larger corridor with the same flickering blue torchlight. And you can even see it, and you're not sure its purpose or the darkness that you sensed or Vessel particularly sensed, but you've successfully gotten through on the right side. You are in a corridor that continues just maybe 80 or 100 feet or so. There is an inscription in Old Byzrin carved into the floor that you can walk around. And ahead is a big opened double door of stone on the right, where this whole thing ends.
What is the description?
Do you speak Old Byzrin?
I do.
The inscription reads, "Imprisoned here is the corrupted blade, Lord Rykal. May he sleep and rot forever."
Valamir will speak those words aloud.
Okay.
This I cannot help you
The
with.
corrupted blade.
Yes.
And no sign of any wizards.
Nope. Until you walk through the doorway and see several wizards.
How many? Several.
You enter this room. It's about, 150 feet or so by 100 feet rectangular room filled with several sarcophagi, ruined stones, blue lights eerily casting, small little mausoleum type things here or there. But in the middle of the room is a podium with a blue lit energy that circles around, and casting some sort of spell and stopping are two, is the answer to your question. Two wizards. They sense you're coming quite easily, and as you round the corner, they both cock back in some slick superhero pose with one arm out and another arm back with fireballs in the right arm. As you step in, you also see there's a third one kind of being sneaky far to the right. So ahead and in the middle of the room are these two, and off to the right's another, kind of behind some rubble. Not with a fireball yet. The one of the two you recognize as Reginald, the fellow who you met at the house that your father had an incident with, and then had some
I
interactions.
remember Reginald.
You know him well?
Junior
All right.
member
Reginald
of the
Comfort,
cabal.
who gave us the tuning rod.
And he says, the cult of Sherbordrin will not tolerate grave rob. Happy birthday!
Are you surprised? I'm surprised.
He says, Valimir Almarin Greyspell III. I thought you were dead. Fireball ready.
Well, the news of my death has been greatly exaggerated.
And now you are here.
So it would seem. And why are you here, Reginald?
Reginald.
Well, perhaps if you spent less time ridiculing my arcane formula and focusing on the world around you, you might know what's going on, and perhaps even if you had paid attention, your father might still be alive.
All of those things are true, Reginald.
Is it with the finger? Yes.
You are not mistaken on either account. And you are right. And I apologize for not taking your work seriously before. That was a mistake I will not make again.
He is ready.
Anyone? Anyone want to jump in here?
You're on a roll, man. You're on a roll.
The person to the right's casting some other spell.
And then we have like 2 fireballs pointed at us right now.
Ready to go. Then you've come here to die.
I would prefer not to, if we're being honest.
That's not as heroic as I was expecting.
Caven shoots out an Eldritch
Yeah.
Blast.
No, thank you.
All right, we have a battle on our hands then.
Fuck.
Let's
How
bring
far
up-
away are these guys?
You'll find out momentarily.
This is bad. Fireballs all around. This is bad.
What were you expecting?
Fireballs, I guess, but it doesn't make it any better.
All right. We have our battle map. You should be seeing it now. It is a large room with some cobwebs and stuff. Those won't affect your movement, but there is some rubble and some pillars and sarcophagi and walls just to be aware of. They will block your movement or provide cover or that kind of stuff, so just be aware of that.
I'm going to refresh because I'm not getting anything.
I think you were just. Well,
I tried to zoom in.
How's it looking for you now?
It's loading. There we go.
All
I got
right.
it.
So what we're going to do now is I'm going to click the roll initiative button. That is extraordinarily important right now. As you
Yeah.
let loose with your stuff, they let loose with their fireballs. We're talking nanoseconds apart. And who said things? Caven said things. And Fiona.
Fiona.
I'm going to give you guys a +1 after everything's rolled on this. So here we go.
Valimir was saying things.
saying
Saying words, not saying
Actions.
actions.
Ah, fair.
It reloaded.
Yeah, then it
Disappeared.
just does it again. Yeah, this battle map's this
You can pull
computer
up
does not handle that well.
the stream. I've got it. It's working
There you
here.
Okay. I just won't be able to control anything. Oh, hey, I have to reload that too. Now I got a commercial. This is awesome.
That's all right. This is good radio.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. The initiative is being rolled, and here we go. First up is Caven.
Woohoo!
It's safe.
At the 2 fireball casters, Gaben is doing an Eldritch Blast.
At the 2 of them.
Yeah, when he does it, there's 2 beams that go out.
Oh, nice.
Oh wow,
Um,
that's cool.
The first roll was a 3, so he's going to use a hero point for that real quick. Natural 20.
Woo, that's a change.
And, so 22 damage.
22 damage is pretty darn nice.
Is that a cantrip?
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't the damage go to like 2d10 or whatever?
No, he gets additional beams.
1d10 plus
Yeah.
4.
Okay.
Yeah, I get 2 beams.
Got it.
Of it, yes. And when you impact Reginald for 20 damage, Vessel, you immediately recognize that they are being blessed by someone.
So they both got 22 damage.
Am I able to acknowledge a direction on my turn, perhaps?
Maybe.
All right.
Make a ranged spell attack on a hit. The target takes 1d10 points of force damage. You can create a second beam. So it should have been 1d10 force damage plus maybe a modifier if you've enhanced
Yeah,
it.
plus 4.
Okay, so you shouldn't be in the 22s.
Well, it was a natural 20.
Oh, okay, so you did max plus a die.
Yep.
Gotcha. Oh, that's awesome. All right, so you're making the second attack.
Second
Beam number
attack.
2.
Tim.
I thought this 2 attacks was only when I did Warhammer. Because that's a cantrip.
I'm looking at cantrip, Eldritch Blast. A beam of crackling energy strikes, 120-foot range. Make a ranged spell attack on a hit. It takes 1d10 force damage. You got a critical. The spell creates more than one beam when you reach higher levels, 2
Right.
beams at 5th level. So you have a second beam. You can direct the beams at the same target or at different ones.
Yeah.
Make a separate attack roll for each
Oh,
beam.
it's separate for each. Okay.
The last sentence that you needed there.
So who's the second one going towards the other guy?
Or back to Reginald.
Let's do Reginald again, and
Okay.
that's 19.
19's a hit.
Sorry, that's 22.
Is a hit.
And 9 points.
9 points. All right.
31 points of damage.
That's really nice for a freaking cantrip.
Does that interrupt his spellcasting ability?
No. Fiona.
Worth an ass.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. I mean, I knew the answer, but you know.
Firebolt.
Did you want to move at all?
Okay.
A 22 to hit.
Whom?
Oh, Reginald. Sorry.
What was the attack?
Firebolt.
Firebolt. Okay, great. Another smash into him.
23 points of fire damage.
Jeez!
Wow.
Huge.
And then Vessel's Cannon. For a non-natural 20 to hit.
Okay, that's another hit.
13 points of force damage.
Shoo. And he is dead. We'll say he can be alive for any cinematic final words later, but he is out. He is gone. And his fireball sputters off.
And then is that
I warned you,
Vessel-
Reginald.
Is that Vessel that I'm right next to?
Yes.
I'm gonna spread out a little so we're not like bunched up like a bunch of noobs.
Okay. Where do you want to be?
Just like
First time in combat, boy.
20 feet to the left. No, to the right. Sorry.
Okay. All right. After Fiona is Vessel's turn.
What? Wow, we're doing great on initiative. I
Yeah.
was expecting to be roasted by this point.
I sense the blessing.
We're still
I guess I
bunched up
sense
well
one blessing
enough
has faded.
To take a full fireball. Don't worry.
But I'm trying to find out and looking around where the blessings might be coming from.
You can make a very hard religion roll, or you can spend your action and no.
I will spend my action and no.
Can you see your map at all? I am pinging on the map.
Yep.
Jeremy, help me out.
We're here.
Yeah, so far right.
Far right.
This where you're
Encased
saying.
in shadow.
Yep.
There's another over in that direction, keeping these blessed. That will need our attention. And Vessel will run in straight for his max movement, which is 30 feet.
Run straight down.
Yep. And trying to get a better look on the, to see if he can see
You said
whom
30
that would be.
30 would put you like right on the other side of the pillar there.
Are you controlling him, Chris?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. You got
Hey,
William.
nice.
Yeah.
All right, you're closing in towards the magical area. And what you see in the middle, as you get close, Vessel, is this bubbling energy. It's looks like it might be a light little electrical field. It's not deadly, but probably not something you want to spend all day standing on. It's coming off the floor. But in the middle is a stone podium that they have been trying to cast some sort of spell or magic on. And you can see on the podium is a blue circle of energy. So it's like a stone little podium, but it's flat, and then on top is this blue circle that warbles lightly. A ring of energy.
Okay.
And it's looking cool on the map. Like like the warbling.
Yeah, the
energy
shimmer
really
is
bright.
great.
Yeah.
It's cool animation.
All right, if Vessel is done, it is Val.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
Yeah, so there's another wizard kind of straight to my south. Is that correct?
Correct.
Yep.
They also holding the fireball?
Yes, also holding a fireball. Valamir will head about 15 feet to the south, closer to him, getting some distance from other party members seeing the fireball. And that lovely wizard is going to receive 3 magic missiles with a wiggle waggle, piggle paggle, which is back, baby. And so that is going to be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 damage.
9
Just a
damage.
low
Okay.
9 damage.
You light that with that cultist up. It is Cole's turn.
Wow.
That was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of you, I believe.
Yeah.
I rolled 4 for them. Couldn't believe it.
The 4 initiative?
Initiative 4.
Holy smokes.
Yeah, I thought they were going to just dominate you guys.
Truly, also thought that. So I was going to charge into that guy, but if y'all are taking care of it,
And
I don't wanna be-
Valamir's spell book is down to the south and east around the corner a little bit as it headed in as
There's
well.
that one dude to the left.
There, yeah, so I think Cole's going to try charging towards the wizard that was over by the table off to the west.
Okay.
Do you know how far that distance is? Is that 60 feet?
That is 75 feet total as the Yathane flies.
Jeez. That's
But it
far
looks
away.
like that would be through some difficult
It's still
terrain.
within
Uh,
range of you, right?
You know, I kind of want to
60
be
feet.
nearby so I can help absorb some damage.
Fireball
rather
is
than
pretty
the-
indiscriminate
Close.
as far as the damage
I just
goes.
didn't want to be.
But
Yeah, but I can at least cover up some. I feel like I should charge down to the guy at the bottom that you're headed towards. Or is that bad?
No, do it.
I mean, tactically, it puts you, fireball is more likely to happen to you as well.
All right,
It's the main difference.
I'm running in.
'Kay.
Cole runs down.
How far are you going?
If 30 feet gets me right next to him so I can hit him a couple times.
It does not.
How far does it get me? 5 feet away from him?
It gets you 10 feet away from him. You are 40 feet away.
Watch out, people.
You know what? Give me my full movement
Yeah.
because I have
Oh yeah.
Uh-oh.
an ability
Oh.
called a lunging attack.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ooh. What does that do?
When I make a melee weapon attack on my turn, I can expend a superiority die using my tactical combat superiority and increase the range for that attack by 5 feet and add that die to my damage.
All
So
right.
he's not next to them. He's back a bit.
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
on
yeah.
his reach.
Yeah, I fixed it
Just
already.
out of range, but you do this lunge attack.
Just kind of a diving forward with the sword.
Single attack.
Single attack.
Make it forward, Sword of the Gods.
I literally ended this in the corner. I'm gonna roll this one more time. Twice in the corner, putting it on the table. There we go. 21 to hit.
That's definitely a hit.
Hits him for 1/8 plus 6. 15 points of damage.
Okay. Brutal little smash, blood gouting out from this cultist. It is a woman you've never seen before. Correction, you may have seen, maybe Val saw, because you were investigating some of that rift stuff before you guys headed out when they were doing the maintenance work outside of the city. I think you did that. And you saw her doing some work there before.
Just some random.
She's
person?
part of the
She's
cabal.
one of
The Queen's Cabal
okay,
that was out there
gotcha.
maintaining the rift and doing their
okay.
shifts. You probably saw her out there.
Oh,
It was.
yeah.
It's not the leader person. was it?
No.
No. Okay. Good.
Did you say okay, good?
Yeah.
Okay.
Before you continue,
yes.
I have a
from
special place in my heart for her.
our vantage point, do we see where that blessing has come from?
That lady in
The
the
lady,
east.
I believe.
Vessel does. If you click
Vessel.
on Vessel,
Okay, I could only see so much there.
click Chris, click on Vessel, and
Yep.
then you should be able to see to the east.
Mhm.
There we go. Thank you.
A
A nifty program.
and it is that person's turn. She is a cultist mender. She runs a little closer to the middle of the battlefield and then casts her own version
corpse in the room.
of healing.
I didn't kill it. Son of a bitch.
And I don't have that. I need
Seems like
freaking dice. There we go.
pretty limited.
We'll get there.
And she casts a heal, and a heal on the wounded wizard that's just been hit several times. The person is not back up to full health, but they are healed, and you easily recognize the blesser that I had mentioned earlier is this mender. And it is now the cultist's turn. The cultist lets loose with a fireball spell.
Tried to smack it out of their hands.
It is a fireball. It is a fireball. The size of which you have never seen before.
Goody.
Tiny one, super small one.
Mm-hmm.
It's a micro fireball.
Never seen one of those.
A 2-foot diameter, you say?
How do you make a fireball so small?
So impactful.
Can't quite get. No.
It's not the size of the fire. Okay.
It kind of is,
Yeah.
actually.
She drops it right in the middle, getting 4 of our heroes with this
man.
fireball.
That's a huge fireball.
With another 6
How far away is she
from what?
from Valamir?
25 feet.
25 feet.
Okay. Counterspell. Would counterspell work in this instance? Hold, please. I need to find a spell description for counterspell.
It's 1 reaction.
Creature process casting a spell. Yeah. I am going to attempt to counterspell that.
Fireball goes flying right past Val, and as he does, he casts Counterspell. You need to, this is a 5th level fireball.
Uh-huh.
You need to
Dang.
cast your spell casting modifier, not your attack, but
Right.
your modifier.
It's just +3.
And then your target number is a 15.
Okay.
This is huge.
A 17, so the total will be a total of 20.
And the fireball is absorbed.
Wow.
And multiple amounts of 46 damage are not dealt to 5 of our heroes.
Oh
Goodness.
my god.
Oh, incredible.
Nice save.
And I'm going to kill that fireball template off. There is another spell that's being cast by the cultist far to the west. This cultist is casting a different spell.
A 4th level fireball.
They are casting a confusatory spell up near the north, near our friends who go by the name of, what the hell is that? Caven
Caven
and
and
Fiona.
Fiona.
You feel a wave of confusion roll over you, and you guys are going to need to make some unpleasant saves, or things are going to start happening to you. So you need to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, I totally forgot about
Would this be considered
20.
a save against magic?
20 against you. A save versus magic? Yes.
For sure.
Why do you ask?
I get advantage on
On all magic spells against
it.
you?
Oh, intelligence, wisdom, and charisma.
That counts. What is that from?
Because I'm gnome. I'm a gnome. It's called
It's called Suck It.
You know how to cheat?
gnome cunning.
Perfect.
That's right.
Gnome Cunnilingus.
Balls.
Cunning linguist.
Hero points.
Yeah, I'm gonna use it here. I rolled a 6 and a 4.
Oh, God.
That's not a really good advantage.
No, it sure isn't. There's a natural 20.
Hey,
Ooh. The gnome has advantage on intelligence saving against magic. That works great. And with your natural 20, you will have advantage on the next spell that affects you as well.
Sweet.
Fantastic. Also this cultist is going to try to get a little bit out of the way, not touching the blue area, just stepping back a little bit. Dun.
Caven, how do you get advantage? Did you get advantage too?
Didn't get advantage, but I have like super proficiency.
Nice.
With that stuff. Yeah, you both resist the confusion spell, and they have failed their efforts. So good job. And it's Caven's turn.
Caven then looks over, rushes 30 feet towards him, and hits him with 2 Eldritch Blasts.
The guy that just attacked
Yeah,
you
the guy
to
that
the
just
west?
attacked
In
us.
the west.
So
To
you're
the
just
west.
going straight
Yep.
west.
Yeah, so 30 feet, and then 2 Eldritch Blasts. First one is 22
Okay.
and 10 points of damage,
All right.
and the second one is 9.
To hit?
Yeah.
That's way that you said it hesitantly, and it was still way too optimistic. No, that was a miss.
Okay. 27 actually for the first one. I miscalculated.
Okay.
If that makes a difference.
No,
I
the second
said
attack is
9,
still a
but I
miss.
meant 27.
Okay. That's it for Caven.
What's my
Fiona.
distance to vessel?
Distance to vessel is 35 feet.
Okay. What's my distance to that guy that Caven just attacked?
60 feet.
Oh, nope.
The other one.
Way to the west.
Disregard, 80 feet.
I will throw a firebolt at that guy to the far west. Is a 19 to hit?
19 is a hit.
17 points of fire
Wow.
damage.
Damage is amazing.
Big hit. That cultist and is puts out the flames and is not doing well after that.
And then the cannon on vessel will fire at the cultist that actually will shoot at the healer. It's not. It's gonna be 13.
Miss. Okay.
And yeah, Fiona's good where she's at.
All right. It is Vessel's turn.
The guy in front of, or due south of me in this particular case, needs
shot
to
the
make
fireball.
a dexterity 16 save.
The guy in.
Let me double check
The
that.
cultist that
actually.
shot the fireball.
Okay.
Cultist that shot the fireball. Hold on 1 second, please. Need to read. Yep, dexterity 14.
What's happening to him?
A little ring of runes appear off on one of the pillars, and has clear sight of him and launches this beaming ray at him of radiant energy.
All right. He rolls a natural 20.
Oh.
Woo!
Oh, that dodges that.
Dang. That's all
Then I will
once.
run up and stand next to him.
Okay.
Shit.
You are in his face. It is
How much distance between us now?
If,
We're still
correct me if I'm saying this
55.
wrong. It is the wizard's turn. Valimir Almarin Greyspell the third.
That's correct.
Okay.
You are saying that correctly now.
What?
Continue.
The room reverberates with the sound.
Uh-huh. So Valimir travels 10 feet to the south, and then about 15, and then 10 feet to the east. So he still has a nice line of sight on the our healer there. But what is that object that is further to the east that she was standing near that seems to be pretty prominent on our battle map? It looks like a little circle.
Wow, you may make an arcane.
Oh.
You make an arcane 16 or a religion 13.
Maybe. Let me see.
He's not used to religion.
I mean,
Can I
it's-
roll atheism 12?
And what is the target
day of
number
my
for
life.
religion?
What's that?
What's the target for religion? 13. That's what I'm rolling. And I got a 22.
Ooh.
Wow.
That is a mixture of some sort of, I would say, holy water, but it's like
Unholy?
their god is like Sher Mordrin, so it's kind of goddish but not goddish at the same time. And it is some sort of healing mixture to keep them going through whatever painful rituals they've been doing over.
He's
all this.
technological, so this would be like a Bacta tank.
Yeah.
Is it something that's having a positive effect on them at this current moment?
No.
Okay, very good.
Blow it up.
Yeah. In that case, our healer, our mender there,
Here.
Valimir, huh?
Just want to make sure.
The cultist mender.
The cultist mender, not our mender, but the cultist mender, is gonna get a little wiggle waggle pickle paggle, and it's gonna take a second level magic missile.
We're in trouble now. He's getting cocky.
The
The only thing this room needs is.
I thought about it, but I would rather make an attack first.
Okay.
So 4 magic missiles lash out at her, doing almost max damage. 18 points of damage via magic missile.
Nice. Wow.
Heal that.
Badly injure her. The mender is hurt,
And then Valimir will travel another 10 feet and should be concealed line of sight behind
showed up
the
there?
pillar,
Don't know.
out of line of sight of her,
okay.
is the intent.
She does attack you with words.
Probably.
If you begin to think you can defeat Sher Mordrin, you have already lost.
We're just starting with you.
That's a good comeback. That's a good comeback. Yeah.
It is Cole's turn. You are not far from the middle of the room next to the pedestal and a couple of these cultists.
Yeah, it's kind of like a weird triangle. I have one real quick question looking at the battle map. When I picture a cultist, I usually think of someone in like large, heavy cloaks, like big hoods, often pulled up so that their face is obscured. So it's kind of like a shadow face
Yes.
sort of person. The icons that you see here look like a handmaiden in a yellow ball gown.
Yes.
Is that correct?
In theme, yes, they are more nicely dressed, matching that expensive camp up there.
Yeah.
They are not the cloaked, hooded ones.
They're Calavera wizards.
Think about the Queen's Cabal.
Cabal.
They're keeping that visual motif going. So they are living the high life as cultists, really.
Okay.
Also, I'll be sleeping in your bedroll tonight.
I brought it with me.
Just
There's room for two.
That's a battle cry.
And I tend to tinkle every night.
Get the old Burt Reynolds pose.
Oh, God. Why did you do that?
Valimir is engaged with the cultist that shot the fireballs, so Cole is going to rush towards the mender
Okay.
that Valimir just hit,
Yeah.
and slash her with his sword.
30 feet will get you there. You got
With
25
your
feet will get you
sword.
there.
Here it
Yeah.
comes.
Sword of the Gods for 18 to hit.
That is not a reactive spell. That is a hit.
That is 7 points of damage for that one.
All right. She is bloodied up, a huge gash. She has 6 hit points remaining.
So I swing back around as I just kind of do an arcing blade,
Coming back around.
turning myself backwards and stabbing under my arm
Oh, stylish.
for a 28
Yeah.
That is a hit.
Wow.
for another 10 points of damage.
And you cut her down to the ground, and Vessel, you sense a bit of magic fading from the cultist you're toe-to-toe with.
Slowly.
And I look at him and I say, I sense a bit of magic fading from you. God bless you. My
right.
God bless you.
It is that cultist's turn. Oof. He is toe-to-toe with a warforged, menacing-looking, nasty bit of person. And he cast Fireball at 5, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Cast it now. Let us both meet God together.
Jesus Christ. I'm intimidated. All right. He is going to move away from you.
That will trigger an opportunity attack.
Let's see if he can get past it.
With my warcasting ability, I change that to the hold person spell. He is the single target.
What the? What is this?
Yeah.
Wisdom 14 save to resist the hold person
Give
spell.
that man a hug.
Hold on, double checking this crap.
Can cast
You've
spells
practiced spells in the midst of combat, learning techniques. You have advanced constitution stage. You can perform somatic components. When a house removes product, you can use your reaction to cast a spell. The creature must have a casting time of 1 action. Must only target that creature. Holy cow!
It's like a hand gesture. Like you just do the click, click.
All right, and what are they doing?
It's a 14 wisdom check.
Oh, and I don't get to use blessing. I rolled a natural 20 before. This time I rolled a 6.
He is locked in place for his turn. End of his turn, he gets to roll again to try to break free.
Would you care, Christopher, to guess what spell he was going to cast on 2 people?
What spell is he going to cast?
Hold person. He was going to cast at a higher level and get 2 people. Wow, I was not expecting that.
Nice.
Ooh, very nice.
Holy smokes.
There is another cultist to the west.
He can roll right now to break
Oh, at the end of his
at the
turn?
end of his turn. It's to eat up all his actions.
Oh, yeah,
and then
that's
he can
true.
break
so
free.
he's lost his actions,
Yes.
and now he makes another wisdom save.
And this one will be critical
Does
for
it
him.
say his turn or his next
End
turn?
of his turn.
End of his
So
turn or end of
he
his next
resists
turn?
when it hits him. End of his turn, he can resist again.
He rolls a natural 20.
Whoa!
That is weird. So he's free, but you wasted his hold. That's massive. 1 hold for double holds. 1 reaction. For
One
double
reaction.
holds.
Yeah,
That's huge. Okay, from the west side, near a little old alchemical table with just junk on it, is the other cultist. He is going to let loose with a spell of his own, and it is a fireball enhanced to level 4.
Oh,
shoot.
And he cannot catch a lot of people. Oh, he can catch.
No.
Watching that
catch.
No.
Caven and Fiona. Big fireball, one of the biggest you ever seen, flies past Caven, erupts behind you, and I need both of you to make dexterity saves. Target number is 14 only.
Big save. Big save.
Oof. All right.
You got this.
Boom!
Maybe.
Fail on
Oh,
Caven.
15.
Nice. I
Did I
saw
use-
your die roll, and then you do like the one final
Yeah.
cluck.
Do I use a hero
Knocked
point?
over.
Mm-hmm.
What did you get?
I rolled a 2.
Yeah, hero point.
Can't get worse than a 2.
That's
it's
it's
the end of
true.
the night.
Now
The
you're a
battle
bard.
from the ass end of
8. Plus 0 is 8.
All right. Fiona, you take 21 points of fire
Holy
damage.
shit.
Caven, you take 43.
Hold on. Stand by. I'm gonna
Stone's
use
endurance,
some,
baby.
Stone's endurance
Cock
here.
and roll.
I take 35.
Every bit helps.
now 30.
Yes.
Why?
Because
Temporary hit
temporary
points.
hit points.
Oh, from Fiona. All right. It erupts. You get blasted hard, deflecting just some of it, and then it is your turn, Caven.
Caven, like,
He's holding up a hand. No.
he looks at the guy that just threw the fireball. You will be cursed till the moment you die. And he now has Hexblade's curse on him. And
It's the opposite of blessing. That sounds bad.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's gonna do Eldritch Blast. Gosh darn it! He misses with the first one. He rolled a 4. And second one, Natural 1.
Oh no.
All right. With a
Sucks.
natural 1.
Good thing you're all by yourself over there.
Sorta.
With a natural 1, he is just going to get a free 30-foot move to get away from. He's heading more further south.
He can do that. I've got 300-foot range.
And he says, "You will not interfere with Sher Mordred!" And it is Fiona's turn.
What's my distance to that guy that just ran away?
Infinite.
I don't think it is.
All of it. It's all of the distance.
85 feet.
Yeah, there's a firebolt.
Another bolt.
Should
Are
I
you
do?
moving
No,
at all,
I'm gonna
Kevin?
do. I'm gonna do.
Yeah, I'll move towards him.
Scorching ray, actually.
30 feet.
30 feet.
So it'll be 3 attacks. An 18, a 27, a 26, and a natural 1.
I told you.
Okay. You hit with the first 2.
Yeah, but what?
And maybe the third one.
Yeah. 11 and 9.
11 and 9, so 20 total points of damage.
Yep.
You blast him with 2 scorching rays.
Oh, it's plus 3 on both of those. Sorry.
Oh.
26.
So
total.
6 more.
Yep.
That's a pretty big amount for this guy, this robed caster. However, your third one goes Aaron. It might hit Caven, who's kind of in the way-ish.
Okay.
Make an attack roll against Caven.
Natural 20.
Supernatural 20.
All right, do max damage plus a die against
What?
Caven.
How many do you have to roll for that?
Well, it's 2-6. It's not awesome.
That's one way to
25
put it.
points of fire damage.
To Caven.
Fun.
Sorry.
Tuck and roll.
She quietly says, 80 feet away.
Got to bring that number below 17 if you can.
You're muttering to yourself really quietly over there, buddy. What's your math?
Yeah, it's that I can't.
Does your stone
No.
anything? Nothing?
Did
No.
you drop?
Yeah. So I took 21. So yeah.
So Fiona knocks you unconscious
Yeah.
with a firebolt.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Nice hit.
Scorching ray.
Scorching ray. Sorry. Let's. If you're gonna hit hard.
How's that dude looking?
How's that dude looking?
Yeah.
Wounded, limping, but still in the fight.
Better than Caven.
It is Vessels.
I will move 25 feet towards Caven.
All right. It
He has
is
Vessel's
turn.
cannon as well. If
Oh, I do have Vessel's cannon. Shit. It'll fire towards the
Caven?
cultists.
It
towards
could.
Caven.
Would you like to get
AKA
screwed over by
also
someone else's
Valamir?
natural 1 again?
Towards the cultist next to Vessel.
All right.
I'm always going to be.
It's a 26 to hit.
That's a hit.
10 points.
Nice.
All right. He is very badly hurt. It is Vessel's turn. You
Scorching ray.
got this cultist next to the podium.
Yes, I do. I do. Ba-ba-ba-ba-bum. Vessel doesn't probably right now. No screaming has ever occurred. So rolling up with the drama of what had happened before, seeing the healer fall behind him, Vessel walks towards him, saying, "You have lost your healer, but I am here for you."
Embrace me.
With that, while walking towards him, I will go ahead and cast Spirit Guardian. So this is a circle of swirling spirits, divine spirits, if you will, probably erupt out of his chest. The runes just form into these creatures of lore from long ago, and they just whirl about. And if he's in it or moves in, if he starts his turn or moves in, he starts taking that damage.
Oh, does this area? Does it stay there? Does
It's an
it move at all?
area on me. It stays on me.
Okay, then I'm not putting it down. Okay, great.
So is it all adjacent squares?
I need to find. I'm going to say yes on that. I want to see if it has more range.
Back to Caven for a second. Caven, your Hexblade's curse is off because you're incapacitated. Also, that has a range of 30 feet. Just FYI.
Yeah, wasn't I within 30 earlier?
No, not when
No,
you did the curse.
you
You
were
were
too
60
far.
feet out.
So you did not drop
So what?
because it was not on.
A 15-foot radius.
15.
around me.
Wow, that's huge.
Yes.
If you are done, it is Valamir's turn.
And I'm next to this guy. Yes, I am.
And that guy is almost dead. The
The cultist with the
the
spirits?
cultist is almost dead. That vessel's right beside.
They're both pretty hurt. Both the remaining cultists, yeah.
Okay. Valamir is gonna. Actually, he's gonna stay where he is, and he is gonna touch the circlet that he's wearing.
The circlet of.
Scorching ray.
All right.
Careful with that.
Yeah, so I hear. He's also going to utilize the Staff of the Gray spells and utilize all 3 charges to gain a +1, a +1, and a +2 to the 3 attacks. So he's +8, +8, +9.
Whoa.
The red die is +9. And 2 of the 3 are going to go against the guy that Vessel is standing, and the
Ooh.
1 is going to go out towards the other guy, and that's going to be the +9.
Come on, leave some kills for the rest of us.
So the guy far away got hit with a natural 20,
Oh my god.
which is going to be max damage plus, so it's going to be 14 damage total. And then the guy near, I get a natural 1. Sorry, Vessel. And
Really?
And a 27 to hit.
That's a hit. So just do the hit first.
And that's going to be 8 points of damage
All right.
to him.
That person is near death, still alive, and as we all know, scorching rays have a tendency to hit allies. They're drawn towards
It's
it.
a wild magic.
Make an attack roll.
It's a well-known fact.
A 6.
+8, I believe.
Yeah.
16.
16? I will say
No,
it'd
14.
be
Plus the 14.
14.
8 plus 6 is 14.
14 to hit.
14.
That's
2
14.
hit me?
Yes.
To hit you.
Oh, 14 to miss.
Okay, bounces off his thick, non-fleshy
thought that was damage. I was like,
hide.
No.
And if Valamir's done, it is Cole's turn.
Valamir is going to head to the west and north ever so slightly.
Cole makes a Kabbalah sandwich. Comes right up and flanks the Kabbalahs right on the other side with all the swirling spirits around.
He spins around to try and deflect. What are you doing?
Your healer's gone, but I'm here for you.
Deja vu!
What? No.
And I stab him for 23 points of 23 to hit,
That's a hit.
and he gets 9 points of damage.
He had 8 remaining and drops.
Blarg! And I run to the next one.
Daylight!
Oh, that's it. That was the one attack.
Thank you,
All
Cole.
right. It is the start of a new round. Almost got them all when the unprotected energy from the podium starts to erupt, and a warbling little blob of blue energy flies out and splatters close nearby and creates a little electrical field and another electrical field, and you hear again an old creaking, cracking sound and a cold wind below. And around you,
Please come heal me.
Me?
Somebody.
Don't talk to me.
Whoa, whoa.
energy fields appear on the ground.
Oh, God.
If you end your turn in one of these, you will take some light damage, so be aware of that. And in particular,
Our unconscious member.
a greater zombie rises out of one of the sarcophagi, as does a second one, and as does a third one. They
Where are these
rise,
guys?
some sort of
This one down
minions
here,
of
here.
Lord Rykal, and they seek out the flesh of the living. Who
I
just
need to
ran
be
from there to
alive.
there? Cole, you look back behind you, right where you were standing forms a being in a cloak with a weird kind of molten-like face stretched out, almost like the ghost face costume, but all gray and mottled with that long mouth and horrific eyes, and a Bodak appears in that flaming evilness.
What?
What's a Bodak?
What I just described.
He's the one that leaves the lights on for you at Motel 6.
That is our situation, and we have Caven up first.
Caven's rolling a death save. He rolls a 7.
That is a fail. That is one.
He's also in with that blue light.
Gavin, don't die.
Yeah,
I hate
he's
to
also
say
in the
that.
blue.
Oh,
light.
Look at
and
that
you've
gray
ended your
bag.
turn. You now have a second death save.
Okay.
Does everyone hear that?
Yes.
You have a second death save.
Caven is done. It is Fiona's turn.
Well, I didn't hear if he has. Did he make it or not?
I have two failures on my death saves
Because you're in the field.
because I'm in the field.
What terrible luck.
Oh my god.
That was not planned. Those were pre.
What's my distance to cave in?
35 feet, 40 feet.
Say 25.
40.
40.
You can get it down to 25.
How do I get it down to 25?
By moving.
Oh,
Yeah, but then he's got.
thanks.
But that's all of his
I
movement.
think he has to be in contact with me. That's what he's trying to get at.
That's a shame.
You don't sound disappointed. Oh god. Yet. That's 10 feet. I don't have anything.
Stone's endurance wouldn't be like kicking in automatically.
I'll run 25 feet. Staying out of the electrical field.
It's only if you end your turn there.
Yeah.
Oh, and you would.
Yes.
Okay.
And then fucking firebolt at the guy,
Go for it.
at the cultist. Oh, and miss. Vessel, you need you over here. And then Vessel's cannon will shoot at the northernmost zombie.
All right.
For a 16.
On the northernmost zombie is a hit.
Yeah, not known for their
7
armor.
points of force damage.
Force damage. There it has plenty to go, but you did wound it. And to answer Caven, no, it says you supernaturally spend a reaction to call upon Goliath forces to make that happen.
All right.
Okay. Fiona's done. Fessel. That's what we call the two of you. Vessel.
If I'm moving 30, how close can I get to Caven? What's the range?
Moving 30. You are 30 feet from him? Yeah, 30 feet.
30 feet. Okay. I have this.
What do you have? Because this is really,
It
really,
really-
Pretty important.
It really is. Where am I? I'm on the light
Just north of-
green. Perfect. Awesome. Great. Vessels running along, sprinting, seeing you're down in the middle of this goo. While he's running, it's this whitish green trail as he's taking footsteps. And it just spirals up. And he bursts out the last 30 feet, just kind of jets out, washes over you. And it'll be a heal. Covering this. And Fiona, can you roll a d8 for me?
2.
That is 17. So times 2, 34.
Oh my goodness.
34.
Wow.
34 healing to our Caven over there.
Okay.
That's some serious healing.
Yeah.
Let's see. 34.
And I'm. What's our house rule? Fatigue.
Yeah, you have exhaustion level
Exhaustion
1, which is
level
when how we're doing that is your -1 to
all rolls.
All your rolls.
Okay. Okay.
All your D20 rolls.
Yeah.
But this is not your normal healing magic. It has a little bit of a necrotic tinge to it. So
Perfect for Cave.
Vessel takes 17.
Oh wow.
Oh.
It's called life transference.
Needed that range, didn't you?
Yep. The downside is that number can get high enough to take me out, so I'm gonna be
All right.
careful. That is my action turn, and I am not standing in the blue go.
You're not. You're
So-
just north of it.
That's it for me.
Okay. It is the Bodak's turn. Hunched over weird creature with thick, almost bluish gray mottled skin with a gaping long mouth, looks over at Cole, gives a gaspy
Oh, I don't like that.
and does not take a single step at all and glares at you with a withering gaze. Make a Constitution save, 13.
Constitution save 13.
So is that just an old gay guy?
Pretty good.
Give an extra hero point.
I have a +6 to my con saves, but I only rolled a 4, so I'm going to use my hero point again for this one to
Good luck.
re-roll that save. To roll a 2. It's an 8.
You have failed.
God.
You take 22 points of necrotic damage.
Ah, that's creepy.
And it continues to have its gaze in your general direction, and you feel an aura emanating from it at 30 feet. And it is an aura of annihilation. You will take damage if you if you end your turn within 30 feet of it.
I don't like that.
It is Valamir's turn. Valamir is there.
So I'm starting in the blue stuff.
No, if you end your turn there as well, you'll take.
Yeah, it's only if you end your turn in it.
Okay. So the 3 greater zombie doohickeys,
Yes.
they have to make dexterity saving throws because a fireball is hitting all 3 of them.
Nice.
Hold on. You are within 30 feet.
Me?
Yes.
Of the Bodak.
Bodak.
Meaning
You deal with an innate death gaze from the creature.
pass.
No, thank you.
When you start within 30 feet of it, you take 5 points of necrotic damage from its aura of annihilation.
Okay. So
And then
now-
you deal with its death gaze, even worse than the withering gaze.
Oh, God.
You feel like your whole essence going into its eyes, being swallowed into its mouth, your whole life force draining into it. Make a Constitution save of 13. If you fail, it's not good. But
You
if you
did.
fail by more than 5, it's disastrous.
Okay.
Good thing we've spent our hero points.
Yeah. Con save.
sarcasm,
I
it's
have
not a good
advantage of con saves that make you maintain your concentration.
I
Okay,
didn't know what
that
to
won't
say
work.
to it.
What's my target number?
13 Constitution save.
12.
Oh.
All right.
Oh,
With
God.
a 12,
You don't have a hero point?
you
No,
take
it's
16 points of
Zero point
psychic
left. Oh.
damage.
Okay.
I'm
I'm at 22.
I disagree.
What do you think I'm at?
You are.
Because I had the
at-
5.
Here's
5 temp.
16 you took.
Mm-hmm.
Then you should be at 24.
No.
Okay. Also, since you have now been affected by this specific death gaze ability, you can choose to avert your eyes for that specific ability, but you will have difficulty attacking that creature then.
Okay.
Continue on with your turn.
The 3 giant skeletons.
Yes, they were getting fireball.
Yes, they're going to be taking dex saves 15.
Wow.
12, 18, 19, 23, 26,
That's
28,
29.
Keep counting.
32,
Keep counting.
35.
35. I rolled a 2, a 17, and a 7.
Okay, so 8, I guess, 17 or 35 are the damages.
17s for the
So
success.
35 damage, and then in half is 17s.
Yes.
All right.
So 2 failed, 1 passed.
Huge.
That's awesome.
And then I will head 30 feet to the northwest.
Away
Away
from
from
Booger.
everybody. Sorry, Cole. Love you. Bye.
Ah.
Can Caven yell something out at the moment?
Sure.
Valimir, to the ring!
Oh, yeah, that's actually the other thing I wanted to, that I meant to do, actually. Thank you. Is to figure out, since it's now uncontrolled, if there's anything that he can do to control that.
What are you talking about?
The ring that seems to be casting out.
Get to the ring.
Yeah.
The
So
magic ring.
Valimir does hear Caven and will. Let me.
Change your, go back to icon selection mode, maybe? Are you in
Token
template mode?
control.
Yeah, get out of token and go into token control for
Yeah, that
characters.
should be it. I did token control.
Okay, where do you want to be?
To the west side.
Yeah.
And I have to reload it.
So on the far side of the ring from the Bodock.
Correct.
Okay.
Close to all 3 of the greater skeletons.
Zambies. Greater Zambies.
Yeah, we're.
What am I doing down here?
I don't know. I just woke up from being dead.
It is Cole's turn. You are next to the Bodak.
Yeah.
And
I think I'm within 30
you,
feet too. Yep.
Aura of Annihilation only kicks back. Valimir needs to get 5 back. The Aura of Annihilation is only at the end. Death Gaze is at the start of your turn.
God, no.
Cole, you feel your essence being sucked in. I need you to make a Constitution save 13. Do not fail it really bad, though.
18.
Okay, you resist. And you're good to go.
The ring that Valimir just ran to, is it like you mentioned that was like a podium, right? Like a
Yes.
standing up. There's a platform and there's an electrical ring around the podium.
No, there is a stone podium. On top of the stone podium, where you could put a book or a vase or something like that, instead is a ring of magical energy, about the size of a really big frisbee.
Okay.
And then on the ground is light electrical power. So if you end your turn, though, you'll take some minor damage.
Is it possible that I could destroy that podium
Totally
if I
forgot.
could break the podium itself?
You've actually
How?
got
How you
more
wanna
health
destroy it?
coming.
I literally crashing into it, like
Sure.
taking my sword and just smashing it down.
Sure.
Do you think that would do anything? Do I know if that would do anything to the spell of the Ring of Magic that's
You
on
have
it?
no idea about magic. All you know is about
Level
structural
3.
properties. It would take quite a bit of whacking with a bladed weapon against the stone podium.
What if I threw myself at it?
Could work.
Let's try it.
Okay.
Cole's going to run in and tackle the podium. Whoa, not moving everybody. So literally just trying to bludgeon smash the stone podium
All right,
down.
you smash into it, and is that where you want to be?
6.
Yeah, that'll
Okay,
work.
you smash right into it, and it does not move a single inch.
Oh, gosh.
To be clear, that is the ring.
Since I'm there, I'll hit it with my sword and see what I can do to take it out.
Okay,
Not this.
Right.
This.
12?
That's the ring.
you do absolutely nothing to it whatsoever.
Dang it.
I'll tell you when you get there.
Am I still within 30 feet of this guy?
You are.
I don't
You don't
want to
know, do
be.
you?
I do know.
How do I not do that?
You have a little bit of movement
surge.
left.
My action surge.
I'll let you. Yeah, do it. No,
I'm
you
going
ended
to
your movement there.
charge off of the platform towards the zombie on the west, straight west of me, and go beat him up.
Are you able to do that? Are you still working on things, Chris?
Oh, yeah.
I got. Also, you took 5 less damage because you had to
And I-
end your turn
I got it for you.
in the aura of
Got it.
annihilation
Copy
instead
that.
of starting your turn.
Swing it up for 14. On
How
the
are
zombie.
you doing that with an action surge?
Oh, because the actions was the move.
Yeah.
Sorry, I had it as turn. But no, just a surge. So ran over.
You ran over. Then take 5 points of electrical damage for ending in the electrical energy.
I just ran out of electrical energy.
It is zombies' turn, and they are not slow. Weirdly enough, double checking move speed. They are not slow movement. Greater zombie closes in on you
Oh, I immediately regret my decision.
and attacks you.
Moving
with
out of the Bodak into the skeleton
2
pile.
empowered slams. 12 to hit.
No.
25 to hit.
Hits.
You take 20 points of bludgeoning damage.
Good God, that is close to the end.
The other zombie right next to you goes. And no, I'm sorry, it's another one, and he is engaging the priest, Vessel. Vessel, as you try and race past and successfully heal, you are suddenly attacked by rotten zombie nastiness. And you are attacked twice with a 15 to hit and a 24 to hit.
1 makes contact.
12 points of bludgeoning damage. Then the other zombie next to you, Cole, doesn't use any strong tactics to surround you. He just slams as fast as he can, as hard as he can, with a 16 to hit you, Cole.
No,
And
dodge the headbutt.
And misses with a 9. Zombies are done. There is a cultist left.
Hey, did they take damage being in the electrical storm with me?
They do not.
Are you sure about that? Can you double check that one?
Pretty sure.
Are they resistant?
Pretty sure.
When does Caven go?
Caven's going right after this guy casts a spell on you, Caven.
Okay.
Most healer.
He is casting a spell. You're not sure what it is because it's rather confusing trying to figure out what spell he's casting.
Why does he have a whole bunch of ball of fire in his hand?
I
What
need
is that
you
spell?
to make, as the confusion overwhelms you, who is friend, who is foe, a Wisdom 14 save.
Okay. 14.
Whoa, nice.
And you resist that spell entirely. Double checking. I think so. Let's see. Yep, you're good to go. You resist. Nice. It is your turn, Caven.
Okay, he runs 60 feet towards the ring, and as he's doing that, he yells to Valamir.
Stand by. To stand up will take half of a move.
Okay,
So
so he
that's-
runs 45 feet towards
Okay.
the ring.
Unless you're athletic or something like that. Some feet.
Yeah, I don't have that feat.
In order to keep you out of the.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Just on the edge of another
Don't go into another
lightning orb,
field.
you're
Yeah.
fine.
Valamir, stretch the ring into a square.
Heard.
Fiona.
No attack? You're not going to do any attacking or anything? You're just
I'm
gonna-
running
you
to
did,
get
yeah.
over
Yeah,
there.
use
and-
both of his actions.
Firebolt to that last cultist who's just annoying as hell. To a non-natural 20.
Yeah.
20 points of fire damage.
You bring him down. He is dead.
Perfect. And then out of Vessel's cannon will spout a gulp of fire, and that zombie right next to Vessel will need to make a dexterity saving throw.
Dex save coming. 12.
It takes 10 points of fire damage.
Okay.
Nice.
Been hit a bunch. It's still standing though. Bum
Fiona's
bum
done.
bum. Vessel, your turn. You have a zombie hitting you just a second ago.
Yes, indeed.
Of 3 of them.
Where is everyone? Where are you?
Fiona's right here.
South of
You're
you.
right here. That's Caven, Val, and Cole.
Just give like 2 seconds of a DMCA strike against us.
We're all within like 30. I think the furthest person's probably 35 feet.
Yeah.
Oh, within 30, huh? Who's the furthest person?
Val here.
Valamir is, and he is exactly 30 feet away.
Oh, nice.
25,
Everyone's within
So is Cole.
30. All right, hold on 1 second, please. Why isn't this number
going on?
available to me? I'm checking out the range
We're working on a range too.
on my channel
Ranged
divinity.
Mass heal.
It is 30 feet.
Woo! Sounds good to me.
Mm-hmm.
I got friggin' 7 hit points left, so
So there's a the white symbols just appear on the floor. They rise up Vessel's legs, chest, and he just bursts out. This is where it gets interesting, because it could go either way. I think given the damage, I think I'm going to choose the healing portion of it. So I have 35 to spend. I'm going to make sure I get this right.
Give it to Cole.
Divinity, turning. Blessed healer still applies. I don't know why it's not on here. It drives me nuts. Channel divinity. It's not on my sheet, the number that I'm looking for. It's the exact health. I think it's 5 per level, which should be 30. I'm going to go with that.
The channel divinity.
The channel divinity. You are far below where you need to be.
True facts.
So I'm going to push all 30 of that into you, which still leaves you below your maximum.
5 times your cleric level.
So that's what that's going to be. So he's going to 30. Half of that, 32. Yeah. So you are now at 37 life.
Thank you.
Massive.
Massive heal. All of me.
37.
I'll try not to waste it.
Are you giving some healing to other people, or is that it?
Heals.
No, the other part of that is the domain kicks off, I think. Can you check and see if the domain ticks off for that?
What do you mean?
Disciple of Life.
What do you mean the domain kicks off?
So your disciple of life domain?
When I heal,
Yes.
it says spell of a certain level, add that amount plus 2 to this, but channel divinity.
Oh, whenever
does
you
it
say
fit in there?
spell of first level, this is not a spell. This
It's
is
not a
channel
spell.
divinity.
Then let me follow that up with the Blessed Healer. Does that apply?
Yeah, 6th level healing spells cast on others when you cast a spell of first level or higher. No, this is not a
Okay,
spell.
then my movement is there. I think I'm going to stay put, and my turn is done.
Okay. After Vessel comes the Bodak. It is moving. Once I double check its move speed. Oh, classic 30. And it walks to the north side of the pedestal, getting as close to as much life force as it can. And puts its gaze on Valamir.
Valamir's not looking at it.
That is its death gaze. You cannot avoid its withering
I'm
gaze,
invisible.
however. The withering gaze is its action-related one, and you must make a Constitution save 13.
8.
You take 22 necrotic damage.
Oh, jeez.
Okay. I now have 7 hit points.
Valamir, it is your turn. You, I assume, are not looking at the creature now with its death gaze.
I'm still avoiding it, yes.
Okay.
Turn the
Just like my
ring.
ex-wife. With her death gaze. Anyways, yeah, I'm going to step into the center circle there, grab the circle within the circle, and turn it into a square?
You race over to the podium, stepping on light little electricity. You're at 7 hit points, and you grab onto this magical ring, and with your magical energy, start to pull and shape and push from a couple inches away this circular shape, and it holds a line at the far side. The Bodak's trying to make your eye contact. I'm not looking at you. Push another line. You push another line, and you are able to, as zombies are attacking behind you at your friends, get the 4th line of this magical square in place, and you see it slots into a carving within the top of the podium itself. And
Shit down.
as you push down, a gloom falls over the chamber, and the lights flicker briefly. And Vessel gets a feeling in the pit of his stomach that an evil is on the brink of being released, and things are not going to go well whatsoever. Then there is a blast, and you are blasted off of the podium away from that energy.
Woo!
But you still take 2 points of force damage,
Okay.
as does Cole.
Ow.
Okay, I'm down to 5 hit points at
As
the moment.
does Caven. 2 points of force damage.
Okay.
Do I have a bonus action left?
No, stand by. Caven and Val, you touched the energy, and Vessel. Shake your heads and pick yourselves up, or not Vessel's case, but you do look around as you see the world around you is once again in extreme slow motion. The three of you are in a strange time of able to move around. And
Who of us? Valamir?
Caven, Val, and Vessel.
Okay.
Everyone else is in this strange suspended animation of slowness. You can see the blue magic symbol on the podium is flickering. It is not quite finished going all the way down and is now exposed and unprotected, trying to release some sort of minor ward upon it. And this big gloom hangs over. And you get a sickening sensation in the pit of your stomach, Vessel.
Is it slow speech? Are we doing the...
You guys are fine. You
It's-
can move around. Everyone else
Cool
cannot
and
speak
Fiona.
or do anything or be affected, really.
The darkness is on the verge to be released.
The place shakes. The
Right
whole
call.
place.
Will be our ally.
I don't know who that is. What needs to be done to stop this?
This is why we are here. To bring Rykal out of his prison.
Does Vessel have any inkling as to the causation where this is emanating from? Does it seem to be pouring out from this circle?
Make an insight roll. With advantage. It's pretty strong effect.
Non-natural 20.
Nice.
You sense that this podium is not just a podium or a holder for a symbol. It is the focal point for a prison for an undead lord. And he is moments away. What Valamir just needs to repeat his thing, and he's good to go from being free.
As they're talking, Valamir goes back and finishes pushing it down.
Oh my goodness.
Looking at Caven, giving him a look.
Yeah.
Like, you better
This
not be
is the
fucking wrong.
foreboding,
Haven
the
just gives a thumbs up
world-damning
across the
consequences
room.
that I am envisioning here.
You are having very dark, nasty, undead
Don't be fucking wrong.
pit of your stomach sensations right now. That you are about to unleash an undead lord into the kingdom, the battered kingdom of Calavier.
Battered Kingdom of Calavier.
See if I can
Uh,
fuck the world over twice. Yeah.
Sher Mordrin fears death. Rykal will bring death to Sher Mordrin.
What of us?
Yeah. Death.
What of us? What of us?
Vessel is closing in,
I
his
am-
hammer raised, and he's got a spell
Closing into what?
closing into the center of the ring.
Podium, all right. The magical energy that lights up around it is not going to affect you.
What of us? As Valamir literally has his hand ready to like finish pushing it down.
I do not know of us. I only know of the defense of Ren and dispelling Sher Mordrin from our plane. I have made great sacrifices.
Vessel is preparing to cast Hold Person.
Valamir pushes.
Vessel cast hold person.
All right. You weave magic against your ally, Valimir Almarin Greyspell III. What does he need to roll?
14 on the wisdom check.
14.
Oh, man!
No! You see rage contort across his face as he lunges with his hammer on his next available.
Okay, he has cast a spell. You have resisted. He is swinging his hammer full strength against you. Would you like to press the magic square fully in?
He's like all the way over there. Or are we assuming that?
All three of you are like right around
Okay.
that podium area.
And I got hero points.
With a final look at Caven, Valimir pushes it in.
Can Caven intercede in between Valimir and
In for a penny,
and
Sure.
Vessel?
in for a pound.
Vessel to absorb this hit?
All right, you dive in between as Valimir presses the magical energy down.
I hate this fucking realm anyways.
As you do, you are blasted back, all three of you, away again.
Better not be fucking wrong.
And
I
the
don't think I
field
am.
of time returns back to normal. And Fiona and Cole, you suddenly see your friends have just instantly appeared in the middle and now are flying backwards and falling back. Each of you take 4 points of bludgeoning.
Valimir has 1 hit point.
Are you
left.
kidding?
No, he had
I
5.
thought you had 2 and I was still going to get you.
He has
Oh,
1.
that's amazing.
And with
Valimir-
his first bonus action, he's going to drink a potion of healing.
He goes flying back. You guys take those damages, and the corpses of the zombies and the Bodak collapse dead. And over the podium, magical energy coalesces of silver energy taking some sort of longish shape over the podium, and it starts to form a shape of a sword. You may drink a potion, sir.
And I do so.
Okay.
Potion of healing. What is it? 1d...
44 plus 4.
44 plus 4, yeah.
The place shakes. There is more energy growing, and you see a physical form of a metal sword take shape, floating in the air over the podium.
Add 15, so a total of 16 hit points.
And the sword is slightly curved right at the end, like just a little bit of a scimitar feel to it. And you also see strange little wispy bits of magic circling around it.
Does this seem familiar?
Make an insight roll.
I will hero point. Got the same number. 10.
Nope. And then more energy starts to appear underneath it, and as a big ball, a big mass. And then it starts to take a shape of little spindly bits off of the mass. And those spindly bits start to take the shape of appendages, one of which holding on to the sword. And then it starts to take a bigger shape of a hunched over humanoid figure, this white little energy coalescing and coalescing, pulling from those orby fields on the floor. And it takes a more clear defined shape of a hunched over figure, and it starts to become reality. And you see there is a tall but hunched over spindly figure covered in a cloak, a heavy cloak. And you see, as the energy fades and reality appears, it is a pale-skinned, human-like figure, but kind of with that cloak hunched over General Grievous vibe about him. And he is hunched over on top of this podium and steps off with long legs and has his feet hit the ground and looks around at all of you and says, "Ah, too long, wasted years," and looks at you all.
Sure, Mordrin. He is here and he must be defeated. He must be sent back to wherever he came from.
He looks at you. It was foretold my eyes would find those who serve me. Do I only see enemies?
We are not your enemy. Shermordrin is the enemy.
Then you will kneel before me and swear to me. And then we will travel.
Everyone's watching Caven.
Mm-hmm.
You will guard me through Stonedale, and on the other side of the mountain we will find our army in Rescalon.
This army will then defeat Shermordrin.
We will fall south after we pull our army from the muck of Rescalon and march through and take Calavier.
Olivier has been taken.
Kneel!
What do you do? You've got information that clearly no one else in here has ever heard.
Yeah. If I kneel, you will save Varen from Shermordrin.
I will claim Calavier for myself.
Caven doesn't kneel.
Kneel or die, he says to all of you, waving his sword.
Caven.
Caven looks around. I've been misinformed.
Oh my god! You motherfucker!
Do you say that?
Yeah.
Vessel's eyes have been closed, and he's been praying to his goddess. He walks forward to him,
To Lord Rakal.
to Lord Recall.
He gets his sword ready. The weird little ghostly energy on it seems to get agitated, and he is ready to strike.
I only serve the mistress. So let me be the first to denounce you and deny you. And he will let loose full charge of divinity to turn undead and see if that has any effect with his with a prayer of his goddess in the back of his mind.
All right. And we will stop there for tonight. Thank you so much for joining us. This has been so crazy fun. I have some interesting thoughts to share on the after show.
Sure, a lot of people do.
If you want to hear about the after show and some fun little secret thoughts and callbacks, consider dropping by patreon.com/ingloriousbards. A few bucks will get you going. And we will see you next time.
Bye, everyone.
See ya.
See you next season.